board as well. So, this is good. Oh, it's gonna be so much fun.
The DM is happy.
The DM is excited.
We should be worried.
It's the final dungeon, boys and girls!
Yeah.
Da, 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 da. Not going any further because copyright.
I was tempted myself.
Just gonna get the kitten cam online. And we are ready to rock and or roll. Me being the prepared DM that I am, I just very quickly reread the dungeon to make sure I have everything sorted. Oh, this is gonna be
And that's where the DM brings in the tablet with the module in an easy to read form.
Actually, I find it easier to read from the physical book than a PDF.
Ditto.
I had a bunch of books.
I might have had something different in mind.
I had a bunch of books on PDF, and I went and bought the book anyway because it was easier for me to keep track of the book, especially this. So there's like 7 different bookmarks here that I keep using. It's just, it's a lot easier. But anyway, essentially, if I... What have I done?
You've just destroyed the universe.
No.
You killed the
It's so fragile!
At last!
I've pushed the
Also,
buttons.
hi, Creech.
There.
Ahoy!
Hi, creature. I accidentally hit screen lock and nothing was moving from other screens. But anyway, so everybody's here. We're ready to have some fun.
Well,
We
everybody
are.
stands, unfortunately, Devillo.
Yeah, unfortunately, Devillo had a prior engagement. So I will be taking over Peachy for the meantime, and Peachy will be, sadly, a little bit distracted.
He's just thinking about all that money.
Yeah, he's going to let you guys take the lead. So,
Well,
last week,
in a
they
way,
finally started making their way off to the vault after a beautiful ceremony in which Rascal and the newly named Kulrath got married. Yeah. Now, these are heading into what you presume to be possibly a dragon's lair. The vault that was created by... what's his name?
I don't know his
Dagult
name, it's George.
November.
That's him, yep.
Father to your friend who embezzled nearly 500,000 platinum pieces, or so the rumor goes, from the city and stored it away in this locked vault. You scoured the city, robbed, borrowed, begged, borrowed, and stole, and murdered for the keys. And after breaking
Because
into
that's
the
what
theater,
heroes do.
Yep. After breaking into the theater, after quite a display of distracting them, you've managed to worm your way down. Luckily, not waking up Wishes the fairy dragon.
Is that his name? Wishes?
His name is Wishes.
Adorable!
Oh, he's an evil little shit. If you'd have woke him, it would have been blackmail. But alright. I honestly was expecting you to kill him, to be honest. Or put him in a
Oh
bag.
no.
But alright.
We
So, yous managed to brute force your way through a magical lock and have now entered down into a dark stone passage. So, let us get yous on the map. Let's get a little bit more appropriate music.
Who is this little boy down here?
Where?
Huh? Where? What?
Down at the bottom of the splash screen.
Oh!
Oh!
Zoom in!
Zoom in on that pixel.
Enhance. Magnify.
That's
Enhance.
The little blue boy.
what
is it
the
so-
heck?
Why is it so blurry?
I
Making
can't
the
see
picture
what it
bigger.
is. What is it?
You have to zoom in all the way.
I did. I can't tell what it is. Remember, I have bad eyesight.
It looks like a little guard with a spear. It's adorable.
Oh.
Making the picture bigger doesn't increase the resolution. It does on CSI Miami.
We don't talk about CSI Miami. Alright, here we go.
Yeah! Sorry.
I will also warn you, this is not the best map in the world. So,
We're all
You know-
very content with that map.
Uh,
As they're heading down the stairs, Kulrath does say to Rascal, as she's the first one in, remember, I had her going down first, and she looks up at Rascal and says, "You know, Rascal, just so you know, I want to tell you, I've had the best life. I wouldn't change anything." And then she continues down.
okay.
It's only just beginning, sweetie.
It's very good. You descend down the ladder. The ladder itself is... It's not a separate... it's not a separate bit of wood that you would expect, but it's actually carved into the actual stone itself. So you're able to get yourselves down without much of an issue. It brings you down into a 20-foot high, 20-foot wide stone corridor that ends before an adamantine double door bearing dwarvish runes. The doors apparently have no handles or hinges that you can see. And there is writing on them in dwarven script.
anyone here reading Dwarven?
Friend!
Don't worry, Astrid, I got that covered.
Conic Commons, so that...
Going to ritual cast comprehend language.
Alright, you sit down for 10 minutes or so.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know, I should probably open up Nixia's sheet as well.
Also, since this is likely to be the last session, or second to last session, I hate to be a bother, but can I have the updated token of Rascal rather than the old one?
Oh, do you have an updated one?
I do.
Did you send it to me?
Yeah. I mean, we were using it last session. Now we're back to the old one for some reason. Roll 20 shenanigans.
Someone set up the map way in advance.
Maybe. Bold of journalists to assume we'd get this far.
Alright, bear with me. Let me just zip back to another map and grab it.
Oh, okay. Yes, I believe you're using it on the theatre map, so...
Rascal is no more.
Yay! Now you cooler Rascal.
Alright. So,
Alright.
let me just quickly double check what languages. Nixia does not know Dwarven, neither does Peachy. So, Rascal sits down and starts muttering a little arcane spell, waving his little fingers. I will say too as well, this place is pitch black. Anybody who doesn't have dark vision cannot see very well.
Well, Rascal's got that covered too, but comprehend language is first.
Okay.
So, been
I
cast.
reckon
Forget
that
Ashwood said anything, because I have no dark vision.
Peachy will put on a low burning torch. There we are. He should be now giving out light to let you see. So, after a little while, the spell completes and Rascal is able... Wait, does it is...
Rascal just has to
Yeah.
touch the door and he'll be able to read the writing upon it.
Yep, so you set your hand on the door and watch as the dwarven runes, in your sight, no one else sees this, seem to rearrange themselves into common, and you can understand them. And it says, too many does. The 3 keys, bring them forth.
This pretty much says what I expected. It's time to present the keys, ladies and gentlemen. Also, if anyone's got anything they'd like light cast upon, I can do that for you right away.
Now, quick point of order: does Kolrath have dark vision now? I would assume.
Yes.
She
she's a
would.
kobold, and
I
she's looking around, going, "Is this how you see everything? This is amazing." And then he does his little thing, Rascal, and then she looks back over her shoulder and says, "He's an absolute dream."
almost
Remember,
I believe Hunter and Peachy are the only ones who require light, right?
and
I do not have dark
The
vision.
hunter should.
I can't remember if Tabaxis have dark vision or
They
not.
do, yes.
If
They
it
do?
helps move things along in a better way, Kolrath looks at the others and kind of like takes both her hands and lifts them up and makes her fire wings from her arms. Is that better, everyone?
Ow, 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 ow.
It's unnecessarily dangerous, sweetie, but the thought's appreciated.
Sorry.
Like any normal human being, Nola can see perfectly in the dark.
Peachy just kind of blinks at you and looks between you and his torch. It's like, I think I'll settle for this one, my dear Kolrath.
That's all right.
Suit yourself, Captain. What about you, Ashford? Do you want your hat to shine?
It would probably make for an excellent beacon for any dragon, but
I mean, I could put it on your sword, then you can sheath it. You can stifle the light at any time.
I think we're going to need as much light as we have. Wouldn't you agree, Captain?
I'm quite content with this torch for the moment. Actually, I think Peachy has a lantern.
Yes, he does.
Yeah. Peachy is going to light the lantern and hang it on his belt.
Well, I think maybe we should go with the sword then. Yes. Let me think. Maybe I have something that is. Yeah, the sword would probably be the best.
Alright, Rascal gives the Black Ashwood sword a boop, and it starts to shine. Like Sting from those Lord of the Rings films and whatnot.
Except it doesn't work as a motion detector for dragons, or in that case.
You
Sports.
had a torch effect on in your token anyway, so that's alright. So,
All right.
alright then, well, now that has been arranged, shall we get this done with?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
I
Right,
think-
I've got my key. Rascal raises the beholder's stalk.
There's comes up with the drow hand.
Oop.
It is your time now, my friend. Oh, alright. So I'll just, like, stand over here and what happens?
I believe that's the gist of it, yes. Even though we gotta touch the door. Yeah, I'm gonna touch the door to be safe.
Yeah. Hunter does the same. Hunter does the same.
You press the
The
keys
door.
towards the door.
Yes. If you please, Miss Ennisborough.
The dwarf looks very unsure, but leans forward and slets her hand on the slab. You hear a loud clunk, like something unlocking, as the doors start to shift and slide apart. They slide slowly with a loud rumble, one door into each wall. And they open the entire way in until the edges are flush with the wall, and then they stop. The pathway ahead is open.
Okay. Right then, Miss Ennisborough, are you gonna be alright making your own way back home, or...
I am out of here. I'm not getting paid enough for this.
Just don't try to wake the little dragon upstairs. Oh, she's already gone.
Be careful!
Just be careful.
She'll be fine.
Go back to Mert's house, yes? Oh dear.
Be well.
Headstrong, that one. So,
Before she leaves, have we thought about how we're going to carry everything out? Is she supposed to bring people?
I believe the matter we have to do is to just secure the gold and then we'll hook up with Mert, and then the Harpers will arrange to collect it from the dragon and some such like that.
That is the arrangement. Yes, we are to make sure that the gold is safe to be retrieved. Whether we have to deal with the dragon, I don't know. It would be an interesting fight, to say the least. But yes, our job is to clear the way.
I hate to say this, Nix, but finding a gold dragon, not a good idea.
Mm.
What can I say? My father's daughter, I like to fight. So,
Yeah, but your dad fought chromatic dragons. They're the ones we're supposed to be fighting, not the big ones that Bahamut personally uses as his personal bodyguards.
well, perhaps they will listen to the speaking person, yes? And she, like, just pats a giant paw on Rascal's head and gives him a little ruffle.
Aw. He actually
Yeah,
smiled. Yeah, I've been thinking about what I've been meant to say. I got a rough idea, and hopefully I'll be able to keep my nerve in front of a dragon. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah,
Well,
Rascal is
you
super
are
smart.
about.
He'll take care of all of us.
You are about. You can give yourself bardic inspiration in a way.
In a way, yes, but not in the way you're thinking of. Yeah, just so you know,
No.
bards can literally not inspire themselves.
No. I was saying you can bump yourself up before it. I mean, that's how I believe it always works. Bards give the other people encouragement.
Mm-hmm. That's about the gist of it.
So the only person you need to encourage is yourself.
Rascal
Yes.
inspires us all.
This is
And
exceptionally
we in
charming,
turn-
yes, but we have limited time, yes?
Indeed. It's time to make history.
Yeah,
Rescuers, it's showtime!
yeah.
So, Jonas, how
who
are we
wants to
doing
go
this?
first? I'm gonna ask you guys that.
Ah.
Who wants to go first?
Well, it's Wascally Skyreach, so...
Yes, and Kolrath is not moving away from Rascal's side, so anywhere Rascal is should be presumed that Kolrath is there unless something happens to separate them.
Right,
just a quick reminder. Just a quick reminder, you are now in dungeon rules. You're not allowed to move more than your movement distance, and you will need to shout out what it is you are doing so that I can keep track of things. So,
Aye, I was just about to say, I'm gonna move 30 feet forward, and then we'll work from there.
alright.
Bing is going to try and stay slightly to the side of Rascal to jump in front if necessary. So he's going to
Yeah.
move about the same distance.
To save time and let other people do things, can we just assume... The reason I was saying that before is to give you one less person to deal with. Just assume Kolrath is with Rascal all the time unless something happens, so that way I can just, whenever he moves, I'll just move him with him. Is that okay? Is that okay, Jonas?
Fair enough. I will make that
Okay.
assumption unless you state differently. Alright, so
Yes, please.
the 3 tiny kobolds enter into this large room. You have a look around and you notice that there are 3 large crumbling pillars ahead of you, columns, that appear to be supporting several bridges that you can just see on the edge of your dark vision above you. You can't see anything beyond that because it extends beyond the reach of your dark vision. And beyond the reach of the lantern light that Peachy has. You notice as you look around the room, there are 12 sets of alcoves. Each one of them has a door. Each door is roughly around 10 feet wide and 10 feet high, and they are all embossed with images of dwarven warriors in plate armor.
Ashwood is closing up and is now standing basically behind.
Jonas, a couple things. Comprehend languages isn't a concentration spell, and it lasts for an hour, so let me know whenever, if ever, it wears off during this dungeon crawl. Secondly, I would also like to take this moment to ritual cast Detect Magic.
Sure.
Thank you! Okay.
As Rascal performs the ritual, Kolrath is swooning. Her little claws held together at her chest.
Okay. Within that radius, you sense only the magical items of your party.
That's fine. I just want to keep detect magic up for as long as possible, as many times as it takes during this dungeon to keep ourselves safe. So this is going to be like a thing I'll be re-upping whenever we have a moment, whenever it wears off.
Fair enough. So,
This.
what do you want to do?
Okay, this looks a little bit like a crypt.
Normally, this would be the time when I would run ahead and explore, but no.
I'm afraid it's not likely to be a crypt, Ashford. This is an intelligently designed dungeon to keep gold safe.
Well-
Likely commissioned by the good Lord Dagult.
Well, you're the leader, so you decide what we do.
Mm-hmm. Alright, if everyone's going to leave with me, I don't think there's any point really searching like these immediate areas, because the dungeon, the vault, where all the gold is likely much deeper in.
Mm-hmm. Do you want me to scout around as a bat?
No, I'd save your, what do we call them? Wild shapes? For real emergencies, not for just general exploration.
Well, don't forget, I can rest if we need to and get one and do it again. It just takes a lot out of me.
Correct. Correct. With your wild shape, you will, if everything were to go askew, you would be the one who could let everyone know what happened.
So, Journus,
Mm-hmm.
these are the alcoves, yes?
Yep, they're each have a set of doors in them.
Okay. Oh, good.
And-
There's just enough movement to go that way.
Korath looks back at Rascal or at Ashford and says, "I'm not leaving Rascal," and then goes to follow him.
All right.
Basically, the plan here is to move further in, investigate one on the way, then keep moving further in, rather than wasting time investigating every single one.
Yep.
Okay.
So I would like to investigate this alcove, please.
There's a set of doors in front of you. They're 10 feet wide by 10 feet tall. And again,
So-
it is the embossed artwork of dwarves in plate mail.
No dwarven text, though.
Not that you can discern, but you can roll a perception check.
Sure. Perception. 7.
You have a look around the door and you see, aside from the artist's signature of the fresco, you see nothing else on the doorway. You see no evidence of light from another chamber, and you see no locking mechanism.
Now, you said that it's a big door, right? These are big doors.
Big doors.
So we're probably going to need the big people to help open them.
Mm-hmm. Big iron
Alright.
doors.
Alright, big people, I'll leave this to you.
And
Would you like to investigate these big, intimidating doors, or shall we keep moving on in?
It's your call.
20.
I suppose it is possible to have a look. We are here to explore, after all.
Exactly. We'll just take a little peek.
What do you say, Miss Hunter? Shall us kitty cats show them how it is done?
Yes, let's. That's 15. Boop.
Okay. And roll a strength check. That is a
Okay.
saving throw, Nicola. There we are.
Strength.
Yeah, believe me, I'm wary of us like getting sidetracked or accidentally coming upon traps, but there's also the possibility of secret passages, or that the route to the vault itself won't be as straightforward, so, kind of gotta take a balanced approach here. We can't search everything, but we should still search.
Okay.
Captain, maybe the two of them could use another hand.
So,
I mean,
well, let me tell you what happens first.
Yeah, my goodness.
Dear God,
I
guys.
just see the numbers, and I think someone is a little bit struggling.
We all rush to the poison gas.
Let
Yes.
me get a second specky up here so we can see everybody. Alright, so, Hunter, you go to grab on to what you assumed was a handle, but as you pull, it comes away in your hand. You're now left holding just a small iron knob. Nixia has grabbed on to some of the artwork, and she is pulling and heaving, but the door is not budging. It appears to have been set into the wall.
Ah, well, I guess that one's a pass.
I do not think this door is made to open.
Alright then, we shouldn't waste any more energy on it.
Perhaps there's some kind of switch somewhere? I mean, looking at the door we came in through, I don't think it's your normal kind of pull you door.
Oh,
Are
definitely.
you suggesting the door is to be pushed?
Well,
Now, I'm suggesting that there's probably a switch somewhere, but that's not important right now.
Miss Hunter appears to have the handle in her hand.
Maybe you use the handle from that door on one of the other doors. Maybe you switch them around. I mean, that's what I would do.
I mean, it is suitably convoluted, so I don't know. Keep the handle just in case, but I think we leave a look. Sorry, you first.
I have an idea.
I like
And
puzzles.
Hunter takes out one of her short swords and pounds on the quote-unquote door with the hilt of it to see if it's actually hollow behind it.
Alright. So you bang your hilt on the door.
No.
It sounds solid. That you do not believe there is a cavity behind this door.
Ah. It is a false door.
Ooh. Fancy.
I believe Hunter says as such. Yes, I see. I see.
I see.
We cannot
Uh-oh.
rewind.
I thought we lost Icy.
I will say that was clever though. I wasn't expecting you to check that way.
Icy's smart, man.
Big
Hunter's
brain Icy.
smart. Big brain Icy. Oh,
Well, shoot.
well, poop. I think we lost Icy.
I'm here.
Ah,
Oh,
hey,
there we
All
are.
that stuff.
so,
You have determined that there is no cavity behind this door.
Alright, so I say we knock on doors, quote unquote, until we find something that sounds hollow.
Or someone answers.
Well, let's hope it doesn't come to that.
alright, so do we want to split up a bit to, knock on the doors we've already passed, or should we just keep going around one by one as a group?
I mean, technically we're all in the same room, so we're not fully splitting up.
I will
I mean, it's
stand
not
here
like-
and keep an eye on everyone, yes?
That's probably a good idea. Sing.
Listen, I can only see this side of the room. You go over there, keep an eye on the other side, yes? Alright, I will do that. So basically these two are acting as, for intents and purposes, lookouts to make sure nothing bad happens to anyone.
Okay.
Okay.
Good idea.
Door.
Alright, so...
Oh, hey, hold on. Hey, Rascal, here, catch.
And
Oh, whoa. What am I catching?
Throws you a piece of chalk. Mark the door to say that it is false.
20...
Well, that I can do.
30...
Done and done. Right then, Rascal will make his way to the door on the other side.
Ashwood is going to make his way over to. Well, if we're to the door at the 7 o'clock position.
Okay, so if everyone wants to move in front of their doors, and then we can arrange the knocks.
Nola, it would be very nice if you could check a door as well.
Yeah, okay.
It was adorable. Okay, going clockwise around the room. Kolroth and/or Rascal, wanna bang your door?
Yes, please.
Oh, sweetie, can I do it? Can I do it?
By all means, you're on the big goddess Kobold, buddy.
She leans over, takes like her claw and goes.
Solid. There's no cavity behind this door.
This one's solid.
Back it off.
Nola?
Okay. Did not do anything.
She knocks. Solid. There's no cavity behind this door.
Don't think there's any. There's next one.
All right.
Ashford?
Thanks, Noah.
Let me try using this. They call it the Bardic Knock spell in certain places. And he knocks.
Are you using the spell knock, or are you just being flavorful?
The Bardic spell knock is the bard just knocking on the door. So
Okay.
I mean the bardic knock spell.
yes.
So, you knock. It is solid. There is no cavity behind this door.
Also a false door. Also more decorative. God damn it! I don't even have any. Let me try if I can make. Should be able to. I still have a little bit of an old torch left, so I mark it with that.
Okay. Just went doodle on the map. I'll let you doodle for this. Bing!
Bing is going to use the edge of his shield and knock on the door.
It is solid. There's no cavity behind.
Now this one's solid as well.
And last at the top, Hunter.
Alright. Wrapping on it with her hilt. Knock, knock, knock.
You knock. You hear the knock resonate in a cavity behind the door.
Ooh.
Right here.
Good on you, Hunter.
Nice work, kitty.
Sweetheart, pack tactics do not work against a door.
Also, you're standing
Without
alone in front of
kobolds,
the door.
however, anything is possible.
Yeah.
You can't bend that door, it's wood. Look, I know that and you know that, but this door looks pretty stupid.
So what direction is Hunter in?
Over here.
Thank you. So, Rascal's gonna make his way over there.
Follow the
Ding.
sound of my
Goes up.
voice.
Moving again.
I would say each of you have found a way to mark that the doors you've checked. For simplicity's sake.
I'm gonna put a smiley face on this one.
Sure. You draw a smiley face on the grim visage of one of the dwarven warriors.
I would probably.
No, he looks a bit like the Joker.
To be honest, I would probably suggest we check the other doors as well.
I mean, the majority of them are likely to be false, Ashford. But,
See what's beyond this door first. And if it's
Alright,
another long hallway, we'll check the other doors real quick.
Okay.
Okay. So, you open up the door and... Yeah, I'm sorry, I will be streaming for a bit. Neil wanted to replace the router, but was like, no! Okay.
Kneel before God.
Ow!
Open up the door.
yes!
Alright, now just let me get the room description before you go any further.
Woo!
That looks like a staircase.
You
Oh, I
open
was
up
hoping
the
that-
door.
We are
what was
missing
that?
a Bing, by the way.
That's not it? We don't get the gold now?
It's not that simple, sweetheart. This is
Aw.
likely a labyrinthian construction.
You
She's
open up
scratching
and
at her head.
reveal a antechamber off the side of the main hall. It is similar in construction of the hall you're currently in, with stonework. Ahead of you, you can see a set of steep stairs. From where you are, you can see that there is a corridor that continues up to the north.
Do the staircase heads down?
It goes
Right.
up.
It goes up. Intriguing.
Alright, well.
That's weird. So
Is it
I don't know that
really
we want
considered
to.
that there are bridges above you?
Remember we're talking about Colrath.
Oh, okay.
Hang on a sec. Before we start speeding ahead, there is no being. Where is our being?
Yeah, with Peachy.
Well, it would be wise.
just
There
have to
we go.
Well, I just have to refresh, so...
Fair enough.
Okay.
Okay. Rascal Boy's gonna move in 30. Actually, that's because this is like a corner, so I'm gonna move 20 feet to this corner here, just to be safe.
Okay. You peek around the corner?
And
All around
so
the
would
corner.
so would Colrath.
You see that on the northern wall, there's a large 20-foot fresco from disconnected.
Sorry, I had to get back. I
Hold
hadn't
on.
announced that I was going to move.
Bear with me.
Well, now's the right time for Neil to switch the router.
Let us
Well, the
know when
DM
you're
is-
back.
There we are. OBS should be back by now.
Yay!
It'll do this. You can see. Actually, how far can you see? Because you have kobold eyes. At the edge of your dark vision, you can see that there appears to be something on this wall here. It looks like it looks like a fresco, but from where you are, you can't make out any of the details. And the room continues to curve on around to the right. Can you guys hear me? Oh, God damn it.
Oh, you're back.
There we are. Did you hear me describe the room?
Yeah, I was just confirming if the fresco is here.
Yeah, it is on the northern wall.
Now I'm going to put this in Rascal terms because I don't think he'd know exactly what a fresco is. There's a big fancy art piece here. I'm suspicious, so I'm going to slowly approach it with my detect magic going. So if there's anything odd about it, it should become apparent very soon. Let's see. I will move
You don't trigger a portcullis or something.
10 feet, which should have the fresco in range of the spell.
It's at the barest edge, so you need to step a little bit closer to get the ring in.
Okay.
It is on this wall.
5 feet ahead.
Okay, so as you approach within 30 feet, you do start to feel the awareness of a magical enchantment ahead of you. However, before you can vocalize that fact, I would like you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
Does that include?
That
You
also
are
includes Colrath. Yes.
Damn it, Dougal, you're too smart! He accounted for detect magic, so he made it strong enough so that even if someone was enraged with detect magic, it's like, haha, you are still in my trap! What a prat. I hate him already.
Waiting on that wisdom saving throw, Rascal. Okay.
Oh, I rolled it.
Yeah.
Alright, you're fine. You approach the fresco, you do realize that there is a bit of a magical presence to it. You kind of want to go and have a closer look to it, but it's art. You know, these dwarves and their murals.
So, can Rascal feel that was sort of a magical effect on him then? Because he knows it's enchantment magic. Something weird just happened to him. He can put 2 and 2 together, right?
Maybe.
Well, I'm going to say yes.
You know that it is magical. You do not know
Painting.
what kind of magic it is.
Except that it's enchantment magic.
It is enchantment
Okay.
magic.
Alright, everyone, I recommend you keep a distance from the art piece there. There's enchantment magic coming from it, and it just did something funky to me.
You want me to burn it?
But you have to get closer to burn it?
It's also made of
Nope.
stone.
Yeah, I
Oh.
don't think you'd be able to burn carvings.
I could try.
It's not worth the effort.
It's basically paint. It's
Okay.
paint on wall.
Back up 5
Everything-
feet, Carly.
Everything will burn if you make it hot enough. Isn't that
Carly.
right, sweetie?
Well,
Technically speaking, I think it'd melt.
that's neither here nor there, he says as he draws a line. This is the no-no line. No one steps past this line.
So is the room a no square?
Yes, ahead of this line it's a no-no square, so I guess we better take the stairs.
I feel like this has probably been an inside joke that I am not familiar with. But yes, let us go upstairs. Who wants to go
Don't
up?
worry. Don't worry, Nixia. Sometimes I have no idea what Ashwood's saying either. Rascal says as he scurries to the stairs.
Yep, and Kolrath is right behind him.
The player knows exactly what Asher is talking about, but can't think of a way to put it into words for the character. So
If we don't, or another idea, sweetie, if we need to, I could color on it.
You could color on it, but that would require you to get close.
I just close my eyes. That's when I color the best.
It's magic. It's not that simple, sweetie. It probably affects you
Okay.
even if you're actually looking at it or not.
It probably would even affect you if you were.
That's
Legally
too bad it's
blind.
down here. It's really pretty.
That's probably the point. Art is captivating, but in the end, it's only transitory, rather. It's meant to be enjoyed and then you move on. We've enjoyed it, so let's move on. I'm
Yeah.
gonna move another 30 feet up the staircase.
And she's following along.
Okay. Yep, if you two hold still, I will move you to the next floor.
Okie dokie.
Who's following them up? Who's next in line?
Bing is right behind him.
behind her.
Nixia and Paxi will run behind.
I love that this is like picture. This is like picture day with all this. This is like picture day with all the short people in the front and all the tall people in the back.
Right, I want you guys to hold still until we get everybody up here.
Understood.
Tall people, hello. I was lost for a moment.
Yeah, but we're the cute ones, Ashford.
There we go.
Yeah, I was gonna say Ashward. Your picture day is the next day. Promise.
And
What do
Nola
I-
is also just Kylie Minogue-sized.
I have accidentally trapped Specky in the wall. Hang on.
Not even Specky is safe.
Well, at least as far as I can tell, the wall is very, very solid.
There we are. Alright.
It looks solid.
Alright, is everyone up the stairs?
Yeah. I hope that picture day next picture day is my day. I don't
Well,
really want to know.
Well, I reckon once we're big name heroes, we can get a nice portrait done of all of us. That'd be rad as hell. Anyway, I'm gonna move forward.
As Rascal says that Ashwood shoots a look towards Vazan, because he has an idea that a good captain would like to be on a painting, hung in a prominent place.
You never know. Alright, I'm gonna move just 15 feet forward so I can get a good look around the corner. I just see hallway!
Okay, you glance around the hallway, and the roof is about 20 feet high. You can see that there are 3 pillars, which I forgot to mark with the dynamic lighting. So these potholes are pillars. They're running the length of the hall, and they're carved to resemble warhammers with their square heads pressed along the floor.
Ooh.
So it looks like someone just a giant set down its weapon and built a roof on it. You can see, as you peer around, there's something on this wall, but you can't see it properly from that angle. And you can see on this side of the wall, however, there are 3 archways that seem to go off to the east.
Okay. So there was something down here, but we couldn't get a good look at it.
Not from where you are. You'd have to step out into the corridor and look.
Alright, I will move 20 feet round the corner. Is that close enough to get a better look?
If you want to move to where it is.
Here, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Alright. So, from there, with a slightly better angle now, you can see that it appears to be a mosaic.
Any magical juju?
You don't sense any magic.
Okay.
I think I might be losing my internet. Give me a second.
Yeah, the stream is being weird.
Let me just quickly do this. There we are. Hopefully. Alright. So, anyway, it is a mosaic that appears to be mostly cracked. It depicts a dwarven smith at a forge. And it looks like he's crafting smaller dwarves out of black metal and diamonds. What you can see through this archway appears to be a bridge going to the east. And I've lost the chat.
And there is Jonas.
Oh, hello. Did you hear any of my description?
Frank, not.
Nope.
All I know is it's a mosaic and it's not magical.
It is a
and then-
mosaic depicting a dwarven smith at a forge and appears to be crafting dwarves out of black metal and diamonds. Through this archway, you can see there is a bridge spanning across the room. Unfortunately, your dark vision doesn't see the other side.
Bridges and Rascal. I have a bad feeling about this.
Look,
What
at
do you
least
mean?
Sammy's not here. That's the player joking, not the character.
So this feels like a religion role. You're a dwarf forging other dwarfs.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, it's not Rascal's strongest suit, but let's give it a try.
It's also it's down here.
Oh! Sorry.
It's dwarf. Is that how dwarf babbies are made?
So this is how Dwarven Babby is formed.
Rascal's gonna have a quick look as well.
I didn't know you were playing Rascal as well, Bing.
Bing, sorry. I have had about 2 hours sleep over the last 4 days.
Oh no, no!
Yeah, you answer your friend's question. Yes, this is how dwarven babby is formed.
What the hell are you talking about?
Dwarven Berry,
usually-
Webby for short.
You know
Usually-
what?
When a mummy dwarf loves a daddy dwarf very much, she gives him a special set of diamonds. They heat the forge together and they craft a babby.
And then they get their rocks off.
Fuck no, all I can picture is the opening scene to Robots.
Okay. I mean, I am no expert at this stuff, but it sounds a little bit ridiculous. But maybe it's true. Maybe it's true. Okay, maybe. To be honest, does it even matter? What happens in a dwarven forge stays in a dwarven forge.
Alright.
Feeling the West very difficult.
I don't
I
like
have
that.
I have a smelling of some dwarvish, and it says, "Very loud voice."
Oh, you know what I was tempted to do then. Every time dwarves and loudness comes up, I just feel the Escobar coming on every time. Anywho, right.
You're telling me you know of the great captain of the dwarven forges.
Yes, I'm sure
Captain
this is
John.
a fascinating story, but perhaps we pay attention to what is happening, yes?
Yeah.
We need to find that. We need to find the gold. Maybe it's on the other side of that bridge.
Indeed. How are you guys feeling about traversing across another rickety old bridge?
I have an idea about it. Let me walk across, and if it's there's a problem, I can always turn into a bird.
That's a good idea, actually.
You hear that, everybody?
I mean, I also pret Featherfall, but that'll save me a slot.
Well, that's the problem with that one, sweetie, is that only will let you go down.
That's true. But
You're
it'll
good
let
at
me down
that.
gently.
You're good at falling, but, let me try.
Hey, by
So
all
she's going to
means.
try. She's going to try walking down the bridge very carefully, and she is prepping that if it comes apart, not if it crumbles, but if she starts falling, bird.
Okay.
Or actually, she's changing her mind and thinking bat as she goes.
Start making your way across. Let me get a specky in here.
Oh, that looks a little rickety.
Alright. Now that Ashford has come up with his torch, you now are able to see with his 60 feet? Yeah, 60 feet. It's 60 feet bright and then 30 of dim, so you can just see a stone wall with a door recessed on the other side.
There's a door on the other end. I'll go and try the door, but if anything happens, don't worry.
Now, hang on.
Stealth.
Really, before we start opening doors, we should all be there to, be ready for whatever may be on the other side.
Well, what I was thinking, sweetie, is this bridge is really not that big, and if something comes out, I can fly away, but then it would have to cross the whole bridge, and we could be safe while we're waiting for it to come. We could just take it apart.
I really thought she was going to say he's going down.
Yep, you tried to whisper it to Vaizam, but unfortunately the echoing of the chamber echoes around, and Nixium and Peachy just kind of look at you.
Gotta say, she did say that, actually, in case it didn't actually come through.
Yeah.
She did say that, but it was one of those, she just moved on.
I'm a Kobold. Going down is one of my best features.
Shall I go?
Down below.
Green Kobold blush. Shall I go, sweetie?
I like it down in the bayou where it's hot and heavy.
Okay. Sweetie, I'm gonna go. Okay?
It's been a long time. It's been a long time since we saw Colonel Angus in these parts.
No! And I'm gonna have her go. She's going to be. I want to do a thing where she's walking across with utmost caution. So anything you want me to roll, she's looking for the safest, least crumbly path.
Roll me a survival check. Okay. You are taking your time, moving slowly, poking things with your claws before you put your weight on it.
Yeah, she's practically crawling the way she does sometimes.
Making your way across the bridge. As you get to this area, a few little pebbles shake loose and drop to the room below. Glancing over, you can see that this is a room you were in not that long ago. You can see your chalk marks on the doors. But don't seem to have encountered any real problems. Do you continue on?
Yes, but again, tap tap, move forward a little bit, almost crawling. Tap tap.
Okay.
She is being super careful, and she's not being light with the tap. She's going tap tap, She's trying as much as she can to equal her own weight before she actually steps.
We're in Latin. Jehovah starts with an I.
I was literally about to say the penitent man shall kneel. But anyway, Hunter beat me to the Indiana Jones reference. So, Colrath, move yourself forward. She's all watch. Colrath disappears from sight. No, I'm only joking. She manages to make it to the other side without any issues.
She points and says, she calls out to the others and says, This part, she's gesturing. She's like, that part's really not safe. It started to get crumbly. I'm gonna open the door now, okay?
We can't
ready.
see you, but we can hear you.
Be ready. And she's going to inspect the door because she's being really careful. She's going to see if she can figure out. She's like, this seems like the kind of thing that would be trapped. That's what I would do.
Roll me an investigation.
Jurnus,
Yes?
can Rascal move 30 feet forward? I do not feel comfortable with Kolrath out of sight.
Sure.
It's the kobold husband thing to do.
To be honest, Ash doesn't think it would be wise to stay way behind either.
Oh no.
Big is going to follow Rascal out.
Oh no.
Oh, come on. As long as we don't go toward the obviously crumbling part of the bridge, I'm sure we're fine.
Just want to move yourselves forward.
I already did, so.
So did I. And I'm staying fairly close to the wall.
There is no wall. This is a pit. You
No,
have
I
a
mean
pit on the other
that
side.
wall. I mean that wall.
alright.
I'm still that close enough to that wall to possibly jump back into the opening.
There is no pit, only the shores of a radiolarian lake.
So, you have a look at this door, Korath. It's a door. It's made of a weird green metal. There's a dwarf on it. It's a door.
It's got a picture. It's a door with a picture on it. I'm going to open it. Maybe the treasure's in here.
Carefully, sweetie.
She reaches out very slowly, probably excruciatingly to the rest of them, and looks for a way to open the door and like puts her claws on it to try to open it.
There doesn't appear to be a handle.
Oh.
But it looks, looking at the way it is, it looks like it's designed to swing inwards.
In
One
Dwarvish
second.
runes, it says push.
It's a push door. And then she pushes it.
Have
Okay.
we just received a push notification?
Yeah, I did an intelligence. Oh my god! I did an intelligence check because I was legit. If it was low or critical fail, she was going to be like, "I don't know how to open it." Yeah, this is too hard.
I presume with a 12, she knows it's a push door.
Yeah, that's why I had her say that. Yes.
She's not that dumb.
Critical failure, though.
So, this giant metal door. You gonna push it?
Yes. She's going to try with her little kobold body. She is twice the size of a normal kobold, so, hey.
One or both doors?
She's going to actually try for both, and then if that doesn't seem to work, she's going to try left or right, just like,
Okay. Roll strength.
Check, you mean?
Yeah, a strength check.
Okay.
You dig your little claws into the flagstones and you push and strain, and the door doesn't budge.
Rascal, it's a little too much. Nixia?
Hold on, I'll go.
Yeah.
No, this is really heavy. We need one of the big people.
Yeah, but Bing's really strong and still really small. Well, smaller than,
Okay.
Nixia and Vizan, who would definitely stress the bridge. So
Ooh,
Bing's the
that's
best
right.
bet.
That's right, you're from the Magic Lands.
So that's 6.
Do not know whether or not I should be insulted by this.
It's a compliment.
I'm sure.
Just say Bing skips
What?
one.
No, you're huge. Huge is hot.
Let's move Bing. Yep. He's not going over the edge. He's going to move himself to about there, and then make the rest of the
Quick
journey to the
question,
door.
Bing. Are you in plate armor?
Yep.
Oh, no.
No, he's in scale. He's in thingy mail, ring mail, trim mail. Sorry.
Let me double check something real quick.
I know it counts as heavy armor, and I know it gives disadvantage on stealth.
Heavy armor.
The question's more, will it hold?
Mm.
Will it
Mhm.
blend?
That's what I was thinking. Being well if he lands on the ground below.
Okay. You make your way across the bridge. As you
Hi,
get
Bing.
to here, you hear some of the pebbles of the stonework clatter, and you kind of expect your armor to bring down the bridge, but no, it seems pretty sturdy. You're fine. You're able to
Okay, he's gonna
continue
make the
on
rest of the movement,
without any issues.
This is
and he's gonna start.
and Kolrath is going to help. Here, see,
Okay.
you have to push in like this. I know it looks like it should open the other way, but it doesn't. Here, let's try.
If we have to go through this door, we should probably set up a
Okay.
rope in order to help, especially the bulkier ones, to get across.
I'm sorry, Colt. The player spaced out a bit. Would you mind repeating some of that?
Yeah.
It's just that I think we should probably set up a rope system somewhere around the
Oh,
tricky
I was,
part of the bridge.
I was thinking that. I'm hoping there's something on the other side of the door that some rope could be tied on.
Use push and strain, and the door starts to shift. You both dig in your little claws and use push and push. Bing, as you've got your fist pressed up against the door, you start to see the little flicker of arcane runes on the inside of the door.
Wait, hold it, hold
As
it,
they
hold it.
start to flash, pulse, and then they seem to shatter as the door flings open.
You just overpowered another arcane lock. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Buffball.
This one was weaker than the other one.
Oh, I
just wanted to
bet.
point that out. The one upstairs, the DC was 31. This one,
Did
not so much.
did Kolrath see that?
Yeah, I would say you've seen the little arcane flutter as well.
And not to make a big deal about it, but does she know that was arcane stuff that broke? Is she smart enough to know that from her history?
You cast magic.
Yeah, you cast
Yeah,
magic,
that's why I'm
so
asking.
you know.
Then she says, "That's right. No writing can stop us."
Okay, so you lean in this room, which is...
Okay, well, just let y'all know.
Sorry, Seth, you cut out a bit there, buddy. Seth.
No.
Just to let you all know, we're dealing with. No, for Christ's sake! Testing.
We're dealing with what, please?
We hear you.
1, 2, 1, 2. Yep.
And
Yeah,
the
we
thing
hear you.
is, I forgot to put this in earlier on, but there's a statue in this room. Ignore the fact that
letting
the
you all
statue
know,
just popped into existence.
Wow!
Just letting y'all know that we're dealing with arcane locks here.
Not surprising. That's why I got detect magic up. Also, if you find out we can attach rope to, that would be spiffing.
Well, this big statue thing.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Have you got rope?
Is a
Yeah,
10
1
foot,
second.
a 10-foot tall painted statue of an armored male dwarf wielding a battle axe. He appears to be wearing a mask, and it's at the very back of the 20 by 20 foot room. Before the statue set into the floor appears to be a metal trap door with a pull ring along one side. And I forgot to put down the trap door, so let me quickly do that.
Also, be wary of magical bullshit, especially where statues are concerned.
There.
Ooh, this is just like the basement of the. This is just like the basement of the tavern.
You're just gonna step round the trap door.
Yeah, and Kolrath is following behind Bing.
He's gonna try and tie the rope around the waist of the dwarf.
Okay. As you approach the statue,
Yep.
I'm
Nope.
quickly reading the thing because I forgot. There doesn't appear to be anything unusual. You can wrap the statue around. You can wrap the rope around the statue's leg quite easily.
He's going for the waist, so...
Just weren't sure because you started talking and then immediately cut out.
I'm nervous.
Around his waist, yep.
You tie it down.
He's going to
I'll
hand
bring
the
it back
rope
to the
to
others.
Colreth. Yeah. That's a plan. We might need to tie a second rope.
Yeah.
Does Colrath
So-
have rope?
Yeah, Colreth has rope.
Excellent.
So she's going to pull rope out of her pack and say, here you go. Let's do both at the same time.
I need that. Just
As meaning more, we need to have the extra length.
Yeah. This rope is 50 feet.
Okay.
Let's
Just
see.
50 feet of rope in her backpack.
I get the distinct impression Colrath's actually asking you to tie it for her.
Yes, that is exactly what's happening.
I knew it.
Oh. Bing just quickly basically ties the rope again. Ties the two ropes together.
Thanks. And then she moves. And she starts she's going to try to head back to here. And then throw the rope across. Because she doesn't want to walk across this part.
I better move to meet him so someone can catch the rope.
Careful, sweetie. Careful.
Hey, someone's gonna catch the rope.
She tries to throw it from there, like,
Yeet.
Alright. I would say you're able to toss it easily enough.
Alrighty. Alright, everyone, grab a bit of this. That is, if you want to head across, I sure do. Bears investigating.
And one.
I presume we
do
could
that.
just move across now, Jonas.
Oh, jeez.
If you want.
Okay. I'm
So
gonna
great.
move 30 feet.
Ashwood
Let's
is currently
see.
holding the rope. So if anyone needs... Hello?
Hello.
We're here.
Someone just had a bell ring.
That was my phone. Don't worry about it.
All right.
That's why I muted mine. Yeah, Ashwood is holding onto the rope and assisting the others that need to get across.
And while that's happening, Colrath moves to try to wrap her arms around Rascal, and she goes, I missed you. Playfully. She's
I missed you too. So where are you
Come
running?
on inside. There's a statue and a trap door.
Yeah, I need to investigate that.
Hey, how big is Nola?
Kylie Minogue size. So tiny.
Let's see.
So
How
Jonas,
tall is Kylie Minogue?
I'm moving
All right.
inside the room.
About 5 or 4, I think.
5 even.
Okay, Jonas. I have detect magic.
No, 5 even.
Yeah,
I think
you
5
detect
ones.
magic on the statue.
She's 1 meter 52 centimeters.
You sense an aura of evocation magic.
Uh-huh. Evocation magic. Yeah. Say
that.
Hunter, can you do me a little favor and roll me a dexterity saving throw?
She's holding onto the rope.
That's also well and so good, but it doesn't really help whenever the bridge breaks under.
I was gonna say you guys did not do the things I thought you were gonna do with the 2 ropes, but whatever.
I mean, the rope will help prevent a splat.
I thought you guys wanted to tie the rope around each other one at a time and go across, so that if it breaks, you just hang there and then we can pull you up. But that's Colrath's idea.
I can't think of everything.
Unfortunately,
You have no time to be smart.
as you're walking across the bridge, you've seen your little companions able to walk across it perfectly fine, including the heavily armored kobold. Unfortunately, you are heavier than a kobold, despite his armor. And as you step into the center of that bridge, it breaks. You try to jump to get over it, but you can't get a proper foothold, and you fall back into the room below.
Okay, quick question.
Yes.
Yeah,
Did I hear this happen?
I would
Could
say
Ras-
yes.
Can Rascal run back quickly and cast Featherfall to make sure it's a soft landing?
Also, can I? Because I kept getting interrupted. Can I say what I was planning on doing?
By all means.
All right, go ahead.
Because it's tied to the statue and Ashwood is holding it, Hunter was going to walk across the bridge holding onto the rope.
Okay.
So at worst, Ashwood is going to have
make
to.
me a quick strength check. Unfortunately, your dexterity check isn't going to get you off the bridge, but we'll see how well you hold on to the rope to avoid the fall. Hang on.
Oh, a mean DM would say that caused him to slam into the wall and then hit the ground.
You know what? Sure, because you were smart enough to rope yourselves off. Although you fall, you're able to hold on to the rope. You hurt your hand a little bit with the rope burn, but you don't fall that far. You're now dangling about 10 feet below the bridge from the rope.
Oh, Hunter should be fine. To backseat.
Aren't they okay?
Speed.
Let me back up.
I'm just going to post a snapshot of the events unfolding in the player chat.
Tabaxi are great.
I just posted a live image from the stream.
And once Hunter composes herself, 10, 15, boop, there we go. Let's go with rope, and 5, 10, 15, into the room.
Okay.
Yeah, pardon me if I was interrupting your plan, Icy. I was just very concerned for Hunter and didn't want her to take damage.
I do have to say one thing though, since Colrath is watching all this go down, she looks down at Hunter and goes, "Hang in there!"
Oh, you're terrible. I love it.
For lack of a better token to cover this, the hole is now essentially this.
Well, okay. How good is anyone? How good are you at tightrope walking?
There.
So, Jonas.
Mm-hmm.
There's evocation magic. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, there's evocation magic on the statue.
Yeah, and the statue is right in front of a trapdoor. I sniff that bad things are going to happen if we even try to open the trapdoor. And it's so freaking obvious. I would like to make an investigation check to see if there's something amiss with the trapdoor.
Sure. Roll an investigation trap. Investigation check.
I'm not satisfied with that roll. I would like to use a luck point.
Sure.
I also can I add one thing?
Yeah.
Before you use a luck point, I was about to say before you use a luck point, I was about to say, I just didn't want to interrupt that. Colrath is going to get down on her hands and knees and look at it real closely. So I don't know if that helps his score or not, because that's what I was wanting to do.
It's up to Jonas if she wants to change it round a bit so that you're using the help action to give Rascal advantage. Because I'd much prefer that 20, and I'd much prefer to keep a luck point.
I promise that's what I was going to say, because she was getting down to help him, because she's trying to help him with whatever she can do, and inspecting things like that, like devious shit, is her bread and butter.
Professional
in
detective.
2 minds whether or not to allow this, so I'll leave it to the dice. Rascal, call odd or even.
Oh, even.
Wow.
Okay. So with that 20,
Yay!
as you start looking around with Colrath pointing out little bits and pieces, you spend a few minutes looking around. You see no locking mechanism, you see no wires, you see no runes. You don't see anything on the trapdoor.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but that's a statue. It's got evocation magic. I'm sure you all remember the lovely fireball incident outside our tavern.
Yeah.
This is much the same.
What if I? Sorry.
What is going on in that? Does any of you understand what's going on? I'm just holding the rope here.
I don't know, these echoing in the room, I cannot hear them.
Colrath is going to go over to Rascal and say, "Sweetie, maybe the statue lifts up or goes down or turns around. or you have to say something to it. Like, be nice. Like, please let us in. And she's like looking expectantly toward the statue, or she goes, or how do you say, I'm a nice person trying to use the treasure for a good purpose in the dwarf language?
Afraid comprehend language doesn't work like that. I'd need a more advanced spell to speak the language. I can only understand it.
This is a puzzle. I keep feeling like the statue should maybe
Or
help
it's
us.
another red herring. Like the false doors downstairs. It's too
Maybe,
obvious. I mean, if you were designing a secret dungeon to store all your ill-gotten money, would you, like, really have the entrance to it this obvious? You gotta fit like a kobold. We're all about traps.
To be fair, it was behind a large locked door, several fake doors, and a crumbling bridge. How much more hidden do you want it to be?
Are you a
Right.
paranoid noble?
I think we should
Maybe.
look at the statue some more first.
According to my father, I'm supposed to be.
And so, Kolrath is going to hop away from Rascal and look back at him like she's kind of like doing the like walking in place thing. Like I'm walking over toward it. Like I'm gonna walk over and look really closely at it, but she's like staying in place to see if he objects, and then if he doesn't, she's gonna go toward it.
If you're gonna investigate it, I'll help.
And here I am, stuck holding the line.
Investigating the statue.
Your call is very important to us.
Oh my god, it's like that awkward thing where two people meet in a corridor and try to get past each other.
Absolutely.
Right, so
You
you
know what?
investigated
You know
the
what,
statue,
Rascal?
is that right?
This is cozy.
We're just too dummy thick.
Yeah.
Roll me
So,
a
yeah.
religion check.
Religion. 15.
Okay. Dwarves like statues. But it's funny that he's wearing a mask instead of a war helmet.
That is odd. But unfortunately, I doubt we'll get anything else out of that religion roll.
Nope.
Would be interesting if you took away the mask.
I mean, it's not a mask we can take off, is it?
No, it is part of the actual statue work.
Nah, so I thought.
Uh,
Alright, let's indulge.
players good, decent thoughts.
Rascal will indulge Kolrath and look for like any secret buttons or like anything he can twist, you know.
She's gonna look to see if it can turn around.
Roll me an investigation check.
Okay.
Korath is looking if it's on a turntable. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Kolrath, you keep getting distracted of the fact that you really want to take the mask off, but you can't. Rascal, however, you realize that the statue melds seamlessly in with the floor, so it looks like it can't be toppled over.
Yeah, this rascal is built this statue is built into the floor. It wasn't moved in here.
I think you're built into the floor too, sweetie.
So it's all intentional design. Okay, I'd like to take another look at the trapdoor and see if it's much the same.
You don't find any more information than the 20 you rolled earlier on.
Okay, that's fair. Ugh.
I'm gonna say, is the axe built into the statue? Is the axe part of a statue, or is it like an adornment?
It is part of the statue.
Come on, statue, let us in.
Oh, I'm gonna hate myself for this. But it's the only way we're gonna, like, nip this in the bud.
Wait, I'll do it.
If you're sure, Bing. There's bad juju coming from that trapdoor.
He's from
Yeah.
Magic Town. He'll be okay. Nothing can stop magic people.
Won't you take me to Magic Town?
Bing is going to try and open the door.
Okay. You squat down and wrap your fingers around the ring. You're wincing, expecting the worst. You go to pause. Nothing seems to happen. So you shrug and start to lift the trapdoor and make a dexterity saving throw.
I knew it!
Do you want to lift the trapdoor? God.
Okay. You have been so tensed, you were expecting this. You feel the arcane crackle around your antenna and you throw yourself to the side as beams of evocation magic rocket out of the eyes of the statue and erupt into a fiery burst into where you were.
And there we go. A red herring. Meant to torch anyone who was so stupid to think it'd be that easy.
Well, what was down there?
Nothing. It's a false... It's a false flag.
Yep,
It
even when
don't
Bill
really
tried
work.
to open it, it did not shift at all when you tried to open it thing.
Yeah, it's just that trapdoor's absolutely fake.
Maybe we should try knocking on it like we did the doors?
Honey,
Let's try that.
honey, no, we're wasting enough time in here.
What's going on in there?
Magic bullshit!
What else is new?
Just
Too right!
please, can I knock on it, sweetie? Just one knock, and I'll duck out of the way.
That's not a good idea.
Okay. You I don't want to. If you're making that noise, I know that means you think I shouldn't.
No, you really shouldn't. I don't know how much more proof you need.
I just really wanted it to be. I just really wanted it to be here.
It's not gonna be that simple.
Okay.
We're just wasting time. The quicker we move back and search the rest of the place, the quicker we'll get it done. Okay?
Stupid dwarf with masking.
Okay. Ashford,
Yes.
can you untie half the rope?
I still hold it in my hands.
No, I mean, there's two ropes tied. It's two ropes tied together. If you can actually just throw it. Just drop it. Let it drop down to the ground. We'll climb down.
Okay, and he throws it over the side so it falls down. Alright, dropped it. Just be careful.
So where's the rope now? For the sake of clarity, like...
It's probably dangling around here somewhere. You can pull it back and...
If you've tied it
Get it.
there, it's now going down.
Alright, so...
Yeah, we've got about 100. Yeah, we've got about 100 foot of rope. So
So for the sake
yeah,
of
it's
expediency, I guess we go down the rope, we take the rope, and then we head back up the other side. So we
You
meet
won't
back
be
up
able
with
to take the rope because it is tied to the statue.
Ah! Fair enough, we've lost some rope.
The answer is Professor.
I mean, it was better than to threaten to fall the entirety.
And I get to save a spell slot, so that's okay.
Even then, with
Or
the
we
two
could-
ropes, you still have to drop about nearly you just under 10 feet to get back.
Oof.
10 feet safe for, like, full
Yeah,
damage
it's
distance.
perfectly fine. Not going to make you make a save for it. You'll be grand.
Hooray!
Okay.
Might be
so,
sore, but
yeah.
you're not gonna get hurt.
Kolrath is all like, "Don't change into a bird! Don't change into a bird!" And then she just like slides down.
Okay, so you just make your way back up.
Yep, meet up with the
Yep.
the boys and girls.
If I ever meet that dwarf, sweetie, I'm gonna have talk with him.
Everyone out of the room?
Yeah, we're right here, Ashford.
They're over
Sorry,
here by the
I-
stairs, Ashwood.
For some reason, I did not see everybody. I did not see Hunter go down.
Yeah,
You know,
listen.
Hunter, she moves like lightning.
Yeah, and she has the reflexes of a cat, and I'm not even trying to make a joke here.
I'm sure you weren't. Now then, let us move on, yes?
Indeed.
From what I could tell, this bridge is pretty much out of commission.
Who wishes to take the lead?
Way ahead of ya. Rascal will move 30 feet ahead. Oh, look, another, like, chasm. About to say bridge, but nope. This used
Yeah,
to
I
be
could
a
tell
bridge.
from over there that it was pretty much broken.
Rascal
Yes.
and Hunter, with your passive perception, you approach the mural, and you can see that there are a number of cracks in it. You do see something glimmering in the lantern light as Peachy gets closer.
You know what? I'll investigate that a bit more closely. Is there any magical bullshit coming off?
You sense no magical bullshit.
However, magical buffoonery, maybe.
Alrighty, let's take a closer look.
Investigation. Oh, come on!
Oh, that's 20.
Hunter, you try to lean in to have a closer look, but Rascal just kind of gets in ahead of you and gets his snoot right and close to have a little look around.
On the plus side, the suit is adorable.
It is. So you're sniffing around. You see the diamond and gems that have been laid into the mosaic that are coloured glass, but the glimmer you saw appears to be inside the cracks itself. And as you lean forward, you start to smell something that's a little acrid. You're not entirely sure what that is. What's your AC, out of idle curiosity?
Oh no. It
I
is
know.
19, because we're married, aren't we, Colrath?
Yes!
Okay.
16 here!
That reminds me, I need to add a token for marriage. That would do.
With
Hunter
the
is 16.
smell, you start to think, hang on, something's not right here. As you watch as the glimmering starts to shift. At first you thought it was the flame from the lantern light, but then you realise that it's coming out of the
Oh
hole.
no. Oh no.
And I will say you back up as an oily black substance starts to ooze out of the wall. As it does, a part of it seemed to have leapt out to swipe at you before reforming into the mass. I would like everyone to roll initiative. As I clear the turn order.
Great, someone has decided that they needed a fucking mimic.
Met him today.
What is with your
I
rolls
think
tonight?
it's more of a slime. A pudding.
It's a pudding or a monster.
Or an ooze.
We just call it pudding from now on. I like that.
It's a flan.
Yes, Colrath the Seer got a good old 19 there.
Yes, whereas I have rolled pretty much less as being 4.
Peachy has a -1 to his initiative. Okay.
Yeah.
He is a slow boy.
He's still thinking
he's
about the
happy.
stairs.
Okay. And I need to roll for this thing. I'm not going to say what it is.
The slush.
Okay.
Green slime.
Actually, thinking about it, wasn't what the thing a slime or whatever?
No.
No.
The thing was closer to a mimic. The thing was a great big mimic.
Alright. So, first up
An
is
Uber.
Nixia. She is going to step forward. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, what is this thing? Let's deal with it, yes?
Yes!
She's going to attack. And 18. I should track this thing's health. Where is my combat tracker? It is a piece
I don't
of paper.
know.
So we have creature.
I would know that.
How much health does it have? Is that
I
enough
can't
health?
believe a critical success in investigating this thing triggered the encounter and not the fail.
It would have happened either way, to be honest.
Fair enough.
As soon as we're there, probably.
It's point full then.
Where's its AC? There it is.
If I knew what it was, I would probably tell you it's AC.
That hits, and it does 6 points of slashing damage. As Nixia slashes at the creature, it kind of reels back and goes. Nixia starts grinning until you all smell that acrid scent get stronger. Nixia pulls back her sword, and you realize some of the creature's leavings is bubbling and corroding her weapon. That is not good! This is my father's sword, you stupid little thing! And instead she's going to
We
switch
can
to a hand
probably
axe.
buff it out.
The hand axe hits.
So that's it.
That's 5. So she puts her sword away, pulls out a hand axe, and smacks at it. And you see that again, the hand axe is starting to fizzle under the touch of this creature's goo. Bing!
Bing is going to take a few steps forward. Yes. Cully, use magic! And he...
Oh, wait a minute. I just realized something.
Oh no.
Nixia
Yeah.
used slashing damage.
Mm-hmm.
Probably half then.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Something
I forgot.
halved.
Oh.
Great.
They're drops.
So did that firebolt hit, or...
Well, which of
Yeah,
these
that'll
two?
hit, but just give me a moment. I'm quickly organizing this thing.
You mean these things?
Jonas,
Yes.
No more of this.
Bing just cried out to Kalrath, use magic. Now, Rascal knows his wife. Rascal knows his wife needs specific instructions. May I use a free action to clarify this for her?
On your turn.
Okay.
Bing.
Her
which one
turn
did you
before
aim for?
mine.
The red one or the
The...
blue one?
I'd say the one was the original one.
Okay, the red one.
I was going to say, well, both were the original one.
So that's 5. Okay. Is that all you want to do, Bing?
That's all you can.
Okay, next up, Kolrath.
Stay back, use magic.
Oh.
Little problem, no magic.
Keeping my fingers crossed. I hope Cully knows the right kind of magic to use.
I'd say
D.
since Bing just indicate to...
Kulrath the Seer. Please.
D's muted right now.
Please.
Probably dealing with
reply.
something.
Yeah.
Might be oxygen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Likely.
Apparently it's
Hello.
being weird. Oh, hi.
Can you hear?
Oh, there we
Yeah,
go.
there you go. I could hear everything. I just couldn't unmute myself. I was trying.
Discord bullshit.
Yes. And in any case, so Kolrath knows what to do. She had a plan the minute she saw this slimy goop. And that plan was something that she thought earlier. And so she is legit just dropping the flames down, tipping her head back and forth and letting the flames pour from her like a waterfall right on the thing in front of her, saying, "Ooh, you're pretty. Let's see if you're pretty or burned."
Okay. It doesn't seem to like the fire.
And that's her and that's her turn.
Okay. Next up is Vaizan. And I'm going to say he he heard it, that it eats weapons. So he is going to instead pull out a... That has to be in a melee weapon, doesn't it?
I
Not sure.
presume so.
You
If
talking about smite?
He's going
if
to
it
use
destroys-
Searing Smite, but he's going to cast it on a javelin.
Okay.
I believe normally it's a melee attack. We had this discussion with Dennis and Borsal, but if you want to run it differently, I approve.
Why he's going to move into melee range and jab it with a javelin like a spear.
Ah, excellent.
So,
Don't leave it.
stabby stabby. That'll hit. And his smite. Use Searing Smite.
Oh, I know that pain.
I can't mark off his
don't-
spell slots because I don't control his sheet. I'll keep a track of his spell slots here. There, so that's one slot down. So 9 piercing and 2 fire. And he jabbed the blue one. So that takes it down to that. And then Peachy moved 5, 10, 15. He's going to try and back away to get out of there. Which provokes an attack of opportunity. What is Peachy? Really? That's Peachy's armor's class? Alright. Then he's going to get hit. And it's going to take... Oh dear. Oh dear.
Oh,
One turn, pitch is down!
sounds like Dennis is not going to be happy.
I need more
Well-
d8s.
Oh no!
Nick,
More
you've
D8?
caused a time paradox.
You know what? I'm
More
just going to do
D8s?
this.
Is it what? Oh,
Ooh!
So that's
Oh.
the acid damage, and now the bludgeoning damage.
Ooh!
what the fuck is
Peachy.
that thing? A powerful mimic?
So,
No, it's
let me
definitely an ooze.
just
Just a
put
big
this
boy ooze.
And next we're finding out it's I don't know, a blancmange.
As Peachy pulls away, as the creature smacks at him, you get a new scent of that acrid burning as you realize Peachy's tabard is burning and sizzling away, and the armor itself seems to be bubbling a little bit.
Oh no.
That
Seems
is
to be having a
very
little bit-
irritating.
You seem to be having. If I didn't know it better, I would say it's acidic in nature.
So,
My snoot could have told you that.
let's roll a d4 to see who the creature attacks. 1, 2, 3.
I'm so resisting the urge for Kolrath to make a comment because of her obsession with hamburgers right now.
So first off, this one's going to ooze over here, and this one's going to ooze here. This one is going to attack the one who's running away from it, the one who got its attention originally. Rascal.
Oh no.
Does 17 hit you?
Oh,
17?
Yes.
No,
ah!
because I got the power of love!
Then the little pseudopod reaches up and slams down, but you're able to step away and avoid it.
Ooh. From afar,
Uh-huh.
Kolrath is angry.
Next one, this one. Let's see who this one attacks. Rolling a d4. It is going to turn around and attempt to attack Hunter. Hunter does... math. 18 hit you.
Yep.
Okay. So for the acid damage... Oh, Jesus! And then the bludgeoning damage... D6 plus 3 is 9. That is 39 points of damage.
Bloody hell.
Can I just kill Hunter. At this point.
Is Hunter down?
No.
No. Okay.
Might as well be.
There is a slight issue as well too. Any additional, in addition, non-magical armor worn by the target is partially dissolved and takes permanent and cumulative -1 penalty to its AC. So your AC is now -1.
Okay, guys, I'm just throwing this out here. We might want to consider retreating. These guys hit insanely hard.
And that's their turn. Nola.
Yeah, at the risk of making her a little bit boring, frostbite time. On the nearest, Mr. Blue.
Not boring, that's what Nola does.
It's not boring because it's a sensible thing to do.
You fire your frostbite at Mr. Blue. You see a mild aura of frost climb over the ooze and then get rolled into its rolling body. It doesn't look like it did any effect.
It doesn't like fire.
I will be over here, sorry.
Is that all, Nola?
Oh yeah.
Next up, Rascal.
Alright. Dissonant Whispers, level 1, on red.
Okay, do you want to click that for me?
Yep. DC 13. If it fails, it takes 13 psychic damage and has to retreat.
Okay. And you did, which one did you do that to? Red or blue?
Red. In case you didn't hear me, red.
Yeah, I got it. I was just... math.
Okay.
There we are.
And
okay
I believe it has to retreat immediately. Yes, it has to use its reaction to use its full movement to run away from the Scaly Boy.
As far as possible. Okay.
Yep.
In that case, you see it start to move back towards the wall. It looks like it's going to go back into the crack, but then it just goes upwards. It moves its full movement directly
probably not
up. It is now on the roof.
Now, because this should proc opportunity attacks.
It does.
So, who wants to swing at this thing?
Kolrath? Does Kolrath get to?
Anyone who isn't beside it, so...
Yeah,
Alexia is
she's
going
gonna try to.
use her already fucked hand axe.
Oh no.
She misses
Kolrath.
really bad.
And Kolrath is
Doesn't
going
she
to
have
do.
advantage because opposite Hunter?
Actually, yes, you're right. So 14. 14 does actually hit.
Oh, she's splitting it again.
D, I don't think you can use a spell as a part of an attack of opportunity.
Oh,
Sadly not, no.
oh.
I believe Kolrath has a dagger, doesn't she?
Yeah, but she's not using weapons on this thing because she saw what happened.
I mean, it's up to
actually a fair
you.
point. Let me actually do a quick thing to see how yeah, Nixie would realize that that's a bad idea.
Oh, poo. Oh, well.
Well, she could try. Nah, bludgeoning damage.
She doesn't have
Looks
a
like
I know.
damage doesn't work that much on.
Just be glad she didn't use Thunderwave in here.
But that would really fuck him up.
On
Would
a
it?
slime in this big crowd.
Sadly,
question
she does
is-
not have a non-slashing weapon, so she's going to be... Without intelligence roll, she's going to be smart enough not to do this, so she doesn't do the attack. Because I forgot about that. Did anyone else want to take a attack of opportunity?
No, because Hunter saw what it does to the weapon, so she doesn't want to
Yeah.
lose hers.
Alright, so, question.
Mm-hmm.
It's moved up the wall now, so does that mean I can move without proccing an attack of opportunity?
Yes.
Yay!
It is now 20 feet up on the ceiling.
So Rascal's gonna retreat a bit. Yeah, he's gonna retreat over here. And that'll be his turn.
Okay. Hunter, what would you like to do?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Noping out of there with movement and dash.
See, this is why I like Hunter. Hunter is smart.
Yeah, she's got 8 hit points now. Thanks,
Yeah.
module.
I'm sorry. Okay, Blue is going to try and attack you. You run past. And misses. As you start to run past, you see the black pseudopod reach out and it just misses the tip of her tail. A few little tufts of fur at the end of it get singed, but Hunter manages to get away with it. Lucky person. Is that you?
Yeah.
Excellent. Ashford. I'm so glad I missed you.
5, 10, attack of opportunity from Blue.
Blue tried it on Hunter and missed, so it does not have another reaction.
All right.
Unless you disengage. Okay.
15, 20, 25. That okay with you so far?
Yeah.
And then, because he's not entirely stupid, he's going to knock back an arrow in his longbow and go a little bit shooty on Blue. Because Blue's currently a little bit bigger of a problem.
Alright. Roll it.
Booty shooty.
13 hits.
And because it's piercing, not slashing damage. Wait, no, I don't have the fighting style on. So it's 11 points of piercing damage.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that thing isn't resistant to that.
You watch as your arrow goes in and it rears away from the impact site for a brief moment, and then it just folds over the arrow.
Well,
It looks like it did damage, but that arrow is gone. That arrow is being dissolved as you look at it.
Yeah. As I said, it's probably blancmange.
Okay. Nixie is going to.
I have way too much Monty Python on my brain right now. Sorry.
Nixie's gonna look up at this thing, look at her sword, look at her axe. I have nothing I can use against this.
Come on, big girl, have a big brain.
Okay.
Come join the retreaty boys and girls.
She's gonna use her bonus action to have a quick look around with perception.
Too bad we
You
can't
know what?
load them.
Fine. She turns around, grabs a rock, and chucks a rock at it.
Improvised weapon.
Literally,
if
yes.
only we could lure them into the over to the.
Wait, that's...
Okay, I'm going to finish my thought on my next turn.
Oh no.
She doesn't manage to get enough height as she wanted, so the stone just kind of clatters back down and lands on her toe. She's like, but this is a most infuriating fight. Come on, G.
Keep your anger to yourself for yourself when we have to fight. If we have to fight the dragon.
So instead, she tried to throw a brick at it and just hurt herself with the brick.
Hey, Journus.
Yes?
Can I ask a favor? Can I use a reaction to just cry out retreat? It's your call. I just want to make sure everyone, particularly Collie, gets the message.
I would say no, you wouldn't really use your reaction for that.
Okay.
You're not really reacting to anything. Bing!
Okay, since this thing has used its reaction, Bing's going to go 1, 2, 4. I'm just going to send him a firebolt this way.
Okay. You're directly below it,
Okay, that's...
so
Being
roll your
direct-
fireball.
Be
Nice.
directly below
Oh, there you are.
who's-
You moved.
Okay, whew.
That'll hit.
Yeah. some reason for me.
So I assume you
Well,
reaching for the
so
one
you
on the
can do
roof or
it.
the blue one?
The blue. Because red one's not a danger at the moment, so blue, however, is.
Okay. You managed to do damage to it.
So everyone this way.
Oh, thank you, Bing.
And that's his turn.
Wait, I changed it the other way.
Kolrath, you're up. There's one above you. There's one in front of you.
She is. Kolrath is, in fact, retreating as best she can. She's running. She's trying to run to where Rascal is, as far as she can get.
Do you want to disengage first?
Yes, that's her action.
Okay.
Okay, use your action to disengage.
And then
So as
one,
it swipes for you,
two,
you jump away from it.
Yeah. 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, sweetie, I don't like this.
Next up is Vaizan. Vaizan still has his javelin, so he's going to poke it. For 13. That hits.
My god, that stuff must have a fairly low AC.
They're very slow creatures.
It has no armor. It's a puddle of ooze. Vaizan,
Is it?
you can hear him basically swearing under his breath as he just stabs at this thing with his javelin. As you watch, it suddenly starts convulsing, sending little tendrils whipping around until eventually it just stops moving and spreads out across the floor like an oily puddle.
Ah. Only one to deal with now.
And Vaizan is gonna back up as well. Okay, that's him. Next up is this one. It's going to scuttle across the ceiling.
Oh no.
Then it is going to drop to the floor. Like an oily drop, it splats onto the ground and then starts to reform into its little globule self. It's now on the floor in front of Bing, and it is going to attack Bing. With 24.
That hits.
Okay, so that amount of d8. And then bludgeoning on top of that. Which is plus 3, I think. Yep, d6 plus 3, so that is 6 bludgeoning damage. And 17 acid damage, so 23 points of damage. Also,
Much damage.
-1 from your AC.
-1 ace. It's 26 points of damage.
That was 23 points of damage there.
Minus... Oh, 23. Right, 1 second. Yeah, so his shield have been able to take in the hit round main armor just for decorative purposes, not actually mechanical.
For decorative purposes, sure. But mechanically, you still lose the 1 AC.
Oh yeah.
Your beautifully etched shield now looks like someone threw acid on it because that's kind of what happened. Nola, you're up.
What she can do right now, and even less that she wants to do, so she kind of just backs up some more. And that's her round.
Poor Nola, she doesn't want to be in on this. She's just following people who are nice to her.
Yeah.
Rascal.
Hi! Right, multitasking. First things first, bonus action to level 2 heal cord Hunter. Ah! You get 8 points of healing. God damn that. Fucking
Better than
one.
nothing.
I know, but it just sucks. Okay, so I'm gonna have to move a bit to get this boy over here, the red boy, back in range of Dissonant Whispers, aren't I? I can't cast it through the pillar.
You can't see it through the pillar, so you would have to be in visual range.
Alright,
Someone needs to bring you a mirror.
there we go. That'll do. So yeah, and then I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers, also at level 2.
Okay.
So DC 13.
Whoops. What's its constitution? I've dropped the dice 4 times. There. What is its constitution modifier? Modified 20. I'm afraid it does not work. Does it take half damage?
It takes half damage. So half of 15.
But it doesn't have to run away.
Yep.
Half of 15 is 7. Brain fart. There we are.
So it's still alive, huh?
Yeah. It braves and thrashes, but it's still alive.
Bugger.
I
Okay.
could have swore one of its pseudopods kind of roiled up into the shape of a middle finger, but when you blinked, that was gone, so you probably imagined it.
Alright, then I'm going to use my last remaining 10 movement to retreat again. And that's my turn.
Hunter?
But healing on me. Wasn't paying attention.
8 points.
You got 8 points.
I wanted it to be more.
I still can't get over how much acid damage it did.
Holy
Yeah.
crap, yes.
Yes, it's.
Don't worry, everyone. I'm sure this is the biggest threat in the dungeon.
You say that.
Hey, apparently there's a stream problem right now.
Oh, is there? Okay.
According to Buddy, at least.
Then
There's always extreme problems.
Let me quickly disconnect and swap. Okay.
Starting to really wish I brought along a mace now.
Yep.
I am just glad that I have my arrows and my longbow.
In the meantime, anything you want to try out, Hunter?
Hunter, I see.
I'm here.
You'll be okay.
We'll live.
Up.
It nearly hit you with its maximum damage.
Yeah. I mean, who puts something like that? I'm afraid that there might be stronger versions of that stuff.
Nah, this is the only one. Don't worry.
I'm not saying in this game. I'm saying in general.
The thing she could do is shoot off an arrow, but she doesn't have a clean shot. I guess she sits this turn out.
Okay.
She has movement.
You do have movement. I'm pretty sure you have a few healing potions.
You get to run. You get to heal.
Do I? I don't have them on my list.
Well, who took the healing potions that Nixia gave you?
To Kolrath.
Alright, well, you can note that for after the battle finishes.
Yep.
I just hope that this oil spill.
Alright, next up, Ashford.
Well, first trick, same as the one from before. Longbow, I presume 19 hits.
Yep.
That'll be 6 points of piercing damage on the creature.
As before, it roils and bobbles around and seems to wrap around the arrow in retaliation. It's
Well, that arrow's
did
gone.
damage, but it ate your arrow.
Well,
Is that you?
You know what? Just for shits and giggles, I want to cast Hunter's Mark on it.
Okay. If you'd done that before, you would have done extra damage.
Yeah, can we retcon that?
No.
Okay. Okay, I'll live. But
annoyed.
it's marked now.
Nixia is going to pick up another brick, move around the pillar, and throw it from here.
Taste dwarven masonry!
That'll hit. A improvised weapon is a 1d4 plus your strength, plus her strength, which is a 3. So she does 6 points of bludgeoning damage. It had 6 points of health left. She crushes it.
Go on, Bing, you can do this.
I don't think Bing you need to do anything.
Please tell me
No,
it's
actually,
dead.
it had 7 points of health left. Oops. I looked at the wrong thing. So,
Fuck is
it's
this
Nixia's
thing?
turn. Bing! It is in front of you.
Also, has the music died for anyone else?
Same, yeah. Bing just basically brandishing his shield, puts his hand to his forearm, and basically channels the firebolt through the shield.
Alright.
So the firebolt basically comes out with the bevel on his shield, basically.
Bitch.
So roll damage.
Yeah, roll your damage.
Why didn't we have that before?
That does it. You practically ignite the creature from, as it's currently eating away the brick. You just set out a flame. It shrieks, it writhes, and oozes out into the floor. Some gases are escaping from the center of it that are lit like a little candle of methane for a few seconds, and then it buffers out.
Right, well, that was bracing. Almost nostalgic.
Who wants some
Remember our
black?
first ooze?
This almost looks like black pudding.
The one we fought in the privy, only a lot scarier. Alright, who's beat up?
I'm fine, but the good
Bing
captain
is gonna make his
looks
way
a
to
little,
and-
looks a little worse for wear.
Give Hunter. Bing is going to give Hunter. Lay on hands.
Sorry, I'm just snorting at something D sent me.
Jonas, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm just switching my my internet around to see if it's any better.
Alright.
So keep
How
me
many-
informed in chat if it's any better. Hopefully this should speed it up a little bit.
How many points?
Yeah, Hunter gets 10 points. 10. 10.
And D, I believe Cully might have some potions of healing to deal out.
Oh
Apparently.
yeah. Here, take this. And then she hands out. I believe it was 2. I can't see. I can't find it on my screen. I'm having comprehension issues right now. So I think it was 2. Yeah, it's 2. I found it. Here.
Alright, Rascal already has a couple of potions. Ooh, potions
So
are great.
she hands both of them over and gives them both to Rascal, whom she's looking worriedly at, and like she's shaking a little bit. Yeah, here.
Cully, I didn't take a scratch. And Rascal will pass one of those on to Hunter.
I know, but yeah, that was really bad, and I was hoping I could have protected you more.
Yeah, I can look after myself.
Oh, wait.
Sorry, what was that
Ma-
asked for?
The captain looked a little scuffed up.
Alright, I'm gonna give this
Yeah.
up one to him then.
Yeah, take these. That's fine. You take those. Just use them.
Captain?
Hey, Captain! Rascal presents the potion of greater healing. Drink up!
Thank you, Mr. Skyreach. I'll definitely need that
Oh,
after that
shit.
encounter.
Yeah.
11 plus 4 is 15 points of health for Peachy. Because he's gonna need
Yay.
that.
Hey, everyone's looking better.
That
My
was.
armor.
If
It's a big-
necessary, I can cure a little bit of wounds.
Just think of it this way, Miss Kitty. Is soon enough we'll be able to afford the finest armor made of diamonds and jewels. And she does a little slow turn in a circle and says, "It'll be great. We'll all be Rascal's rescuers. Will be armored to the nines."
Hey, Cully, I've got an idea.
Huh? What?
Yeah, just say Bing's looking pretty beat up.
I mean, I have a how beat up.
You need a hand?
He's about half health, so
Oh, you know what?
Okay.
Fuck it. I will cast Cure Wounds at level 2 and burn my last level 2 slot for 16 points of healing.
Well, you know what? Ashwood is following your.
He might not need it anymore, but we'll see.
no, he should be fine now.
Okay.
Bear in mind, he's still got all his spell slots, but his are all level 1.
Well, all I have is level 1. I mean, I'm a.
No, I mean is that Bing can probably heal more being a paladin.
Yeah, probably, but if, as they say, shit hits the fan, I can at least keep someone a little bit above death.
Mm-hmm. Alright, Cully, I've got an idea. Come up here with me. I'm gonna move up to this totally busted up bridge.
Mm-hmm.
You can fly, right? Turn into like a giant bat. Me and you can
Yeah.
go across and then check that door.
Yeah. Hmm.
You know, like when we were searching the city and from the skies.
Yes.
Just
Let's do
that's
it.
a good idea.
I mean, for all we know, that could be the one we need.
Ashwood, Rascal riding on me is always a good idea. And she turns into a bat.
It's true. As he hops on.
You're about as
did-
bad as that barbarian who was telling me a lot of.
Cheep, 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 cheep. She's cheaping at Ashwood. Like every time Ashwood speaks, she's cheaping while she's waiting for Rascal to get on.
Yeah, Rascal hops on. Sorry, Ashford, your vague and confusing references will have to wait.
Cheep, 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 cheep. And she like takes off.
It just reminded me of one of our regular
Cheep,
patrons.
cheep, cheep,
Okay.
cheep, cheep.
Hunter, while the rest of the party is currently arguing with a bat, you roll your eyes and glance around, and something on this wall catches your eye. It almost looks like the outline of a door.
Ooh. Well, we're on this side now. So that's up to Hunter. Ooh. Okay. Wee boop. Would you like to join me, Cully?
Right. Gets this close. Leans and pokes it with her sword.
You hear a hollow cavity behind it.
Alright. And she proceeds to make a right royal racket with her sword on the door, making sure that there's nothing going to come out of it.
You bang at the wall for a little bit, much to the confusion of Ashword and Bing. Nothing seems to
Nothing's
happen.
realised.
You beating the wall? Got frustrated?
I think it's a secret door.
So, Jonas, we have an interesting situation now.
Mm-hmm.
The party is split.
Yeah, we're doing one thing, they're doing another. So how do you want to work this?
Well, you just have a look at the door here, and you realize it is the same as this door up here.
So it's another push door.
It looks like it.
All right.
Strength to open it?
I presume I don't feel any magical bullshit from the door itself.
You do sense a It's not conjuration. Not evocation. What's that other one? Illusion. Evocation.
Abjuration?
That one.
Transmutation.
Always forget that abjuration. Always forget that.
There's conjuration as well.
Abjuration normally means to repel things. So that's interesting.
Fenestration.
Okay.
Abjuration or transmutation, I'm not sure.
Alright, so strength checks to open the door, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Unless you know how to open it.
Oh, of course it's going to be abjuration. Arcane lock. Doi.
You push with all your might. It starts to give way a little, but you start to see the flash of arcane symbols just in the crack of the door, and you can't push it open.
We're going to need more beef to open this door, Colleen. There's no way we're going to get everyone up across that chasm.
Cheep, 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 cheep. No, I'm kidding. She turned back into a person. She turned back into a person. I'm joking.
Yeah, your strength roll as a bat would have been abysmal.
I could try being a rhino or something.
Would Conrad know what a rhino is?
Yes. She turned into one before.
Yeah.
Oh, totally forgot about that.
Now, while these two are having this conversation, what's going on down here?
Bing is going to take a look at where this fake door is.
Fake? There is no fake door. There is no door.
Hunter is going to try and now that she's doing it. Okay. She's going to push on the wall.
I don't see no door.
Make me a strength check. You push yourself against where you think the door is. You don't have enough force to push it the entire way open, but you get it just shifted a few inches to the point where you can now actually see an actual outline to the door.
Oh shit, there is a door.
You've started shoving it, but you don't have the strength to push it fully open.
Bing is going to have a go.
Yeah, so is Ashwood. Ashwood is going to try and help.
Okay.
Come on.
So Hunter softened it up for you.
Yes, now at least I see it.
Gotta say, our strength rolls are leaving something to be desired tonight.
My rolls are not taking a bloody time, so...
You unroll your strength, Ashford?
Alright, let me just... Oh, wait, sorry, almost rolled Dex.
Oh, for God's sake.
Yeah, I was going to try and help. I've been more of a hint. It looks like I've been more of a hindrance here.
Hunter, would you like to try and help these two? Lean over the top of them?
Yep, Hunter's going to try again.
Alright. So, despite your perfect grips, all the three of you working together, you've managed to push this door and eventually open it up into a small room. Because the DM forgot to create an actual tunnel in between this room, she's just going to pull you inside.
Before we do that, Bing goes, everyone, we found a secret room down here.
Ooh, ooh.
Little preoccupied, but noted.
Okay.
Do we want to go back?
No,
Or
don't
do we
trust
want to
you.
open this?
Come on,
Come
Spectre.
after them.
I mean, we've come this far.
Right, there we go.
Yeah.
That's loaded.
Hunter's
So,
There's just one problem. Sorry.
you open up this room. As you push the door open, it falls to the ground with a loud thunk, and a few clouds of dust are shaken loose. Take a moment to
Sorry,
clear the air, and it looks like this room has been untouched for a very, very long time. You see there are copper urns on platforms which overflow with coins, gems, and more.
Why do I still have the feeling that this is a trap? it's still a little bit easy.
Perception.
There are 5 urns in total.
All right.
Hold on, looks like the stream went down again.
Versus.
Yep, there we are, it's back. We're good.
I'm going to try to feel if Ashwood is going to try to feel if there is any magic bullshit happening in this room.
Do you have detect magic?
No!
You can't do
Doesn't
that.
stop him from trying.
Hunter, you have a look around. You, as the suspicious nature you are, you start looking for traps or triggers or arcane runes under the platforms around the urns. You see no evidence of traps in this room.
Okay.
Ashford, you
thought
hold
I
out your
could get-
hands. This room is clean.
It's a little dusty, but I have no idea of magic. God.
So yeah,
You
there
know,
are.
the wizards make it
5
all
urns.
seem so easy.
Wait, Harry, I sure do love having detect magic up right now.
Quite you. You don't know what's going on over here.
I know.
So, there are
You
5
decided to
copper
take the-
urns. The first one contains 5 tourmalines worth 100 gold pieces each, mixed in with 200 copper pieces.
Bing is going. Sorry.
Go. Urn.
Bing is going to take out one of his sling bullets and throw it at each pot in turn, basically.
Alright. You throw them at
Yeah.
the copper urns. Each urn is pretty heavy as it is piled high with contents, so your projectile plinks off each one. There appears to be no effect on the stone other than it just bounced off a copper urn.
So it looks like they're nav mimics.
Still, Hunter's gonna go up to each of them and poke them with her short sword.
Okay. Are you poking inside the urn or the side of the urn? What one are you doing?
The side of the urn.
Okay.
Just a good hard poke.
You poke each one. Each one lets out a dull ringing hum. Other than that, no effect. You
Well-
knock a few coins loose, but other than that, nothing happens.
Well, next step, Ashwood is taking out an arrow from his quiver, and he's poking into one of the urns.
Ashford starts poking in the urns. A few coins and gems rattle loose. Other than that, nothing happens.
Might have found the treasure.
Oh, no,
I
no,
don't think this is the treasure we're thinking of, Hunter.
I think this is the decoy. Oh, we found the treasure. Everyone leaves and is not going deeper into this bullshit. And he waves his arms around, indicating the entirety of the thing.
Would you like me to describe what else is here?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
please.
Okay. I already told you it was in the first urn. The second urn contains 10 gold rings and an additional gold ring that looks like it has some elven etching on it. It also contains 650 silver pieces. Urn 3 is piled high with 200 gold pieces, or 250 gold pieces, sorry. Urn 4 holds 33 blue quartz gemstones, worth about 10 gold pieces each. And Urn 5 holds a 9-inch tall silver statuette of a dwarven priest of Moradin with amethyst eyes, worth 250 gold and weighing 10 pounds.
I suggest that we leave clearing this room until we're on our way out.
Yes. So would
It
I.
does look heavy.
So suspicious.
it's a smart boy.
Well, I mean, after acid slimes, what do you expect?
I mean, it's
Poor
not
Hunter
like-
really liked that armor, didn't she?
It's more the fact that Hunter nearly died, I think, is the problem.
Yeah.
that
I'm
and,
sorry. I've just had a very bad day so far.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, like I said, anything that is light enough to take, we can just stick in our pockets on the way back. I'd say the big ones full of coins are going to be the hardest to get out of here, along with the statue. But we can
Well-
worry about that later.
You have an easy way to transport coins if you want to.
Oh yes. Yeah, little piggy. And Hunter picks up a little piggy bank and just sets him on the first coin.
No, wait. We can
Turn.
do this after.
Rudolph is already digging in. He's so excited with the concept of all the money. He digs in. So the question is, do you want to take a short rest, long enough for him to consume the
Yeah.
coinage at least?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
It would
Okay.
would make it a little bit easier. It's at least a place we can defend.
Fair enough. So, before we get to that, I would like someone who is controlling Rudolph to add 200 copper pieces, 650 silver pieces, and 250 gold.
250
Bing
gold.
is going to pocket the rings.
Okay.
All 11?
Once more, please. How many of each?
200.
Or if you put it.
Yeah, you know what? I'll type it out. I'll type it out for you. But in the meantime,
Yeah.
up here,
Hi.
Just going to say
The
Bing
cool
is going to
kids.
Bing is going to pocket the rings.
okay. Just give me a sec. I have a cat screaming in the hall. Hi, Lucy.
All right, Carly, if you'd like to come over here, right by me.
I always want to be right by you.
Damn straight, sweet sister.
Heck yeah!
Yeah, I reckon that the Rhino plan could work out. If you transform here, take a running charge. Of course, I'm gonna leap on your back. I'm gonna go in with you.
Yeah.
And if things go wrong, I can cast Feather Fall on us. So,
I'm not sure I want to be a rhino on this bridge, sweetie.
Well, what would you suggest instead? We gotta break
Just
down the
get-
door.
Sweet.
Get close to the door and
Chi. Move out of the way.
get close to the door and just push through.
Okay. You're gonna be the hot rhino.
Hold on a sec. So, as you are discussing this, you hear. And.
Oh no.
What have you guys done?
You turn back in time just to see Nixia do a long jump. The hop, the skip, the jump, and yep! She can,
Oh, wow.
she can jump 20 feet with a running
That
start.
was impressive.
She lands with a little acrobat gymnast roll, hops up and goes, Alrighty then, shall we try this again?
Yes, please.
You're the boss. Well, for opening doors.
Well, let us give this a try, yes? And she's going to roll strength. Are you going to help her, or are you just going to...
I'm a help.
That's amazing. I just want to. I want Devillo to do art of this giant lion and this little teeny kobold, and I helped will be the caption underneath.
Lucy, where are you?
Yes, Rascal is a tough ball, but he does have a penalty to strength, so yeah.
Yeah. And I helped.
He provided moral support.
Always.
She may not admit it, but even Nixia appreciates Kobold booty.
I'm sorry, I had to
Everyone
stop Lucy
does.
screaming at the toilet for some reason.
The toilet knows what it did.
The Lou! The ever hated Lou! It hates me so.
Good girl.
Uh,
Okay. So, with your... Really?
Now.
Look at this chat. She's on the book. So you want to roll your strength there, Rascal?
Oh, sorry, I thought I was just giving Nix your advantage. Okay,
Well, I'll take your
strength.
advantage, sure. So,
Yeah, 22.
with 22, you see her strain her muscles, veins pop out in her neck. As you hear the grinding of stone as the door starts to open, you see the arcane runes pulse and then shatter as the door
I feel like
opens.
I feel like Rascal's contribution to that is basically just like when Yoshi is pushing something.
So the door's not
Alright. Alright, thanks for that, Nixia. Put that brawn to work. Okay.
Next, I'll turn into the rhino next time.
I think
let's
perhaps a
vote
large
it.
animal on this bridge is a very bad idea. But
We were
meantime,
willing to take a risk.
what have we got in here?
What have we got in here?
Should
I
we
see a
wait?
low six of armor.
Okay. Rascal, make me a dexterity saving throw. No, I'm only joking.
Well, yeah, because Cole Wrath is in there with him, so. Thank you, Nixia.
Inside, you see 4 suits of rusted plate armor, missing helmets. And they look to be sized for a dwarf. They stand in the corners of this 20-foot high room. Each suit is apparently draped in cobwebs. They're dwarvish runes carved into the far wall. Rascal, as you step forward with your comprehend languages still active, you see the runes shift into a language you can read. A secret never before told will part Aduthian's lips.
A secret never before told. Heart, what lips?
Parts Duthian. Oh, sorry.
Dunathan's lips.
Dunathine?
Roll religion check.
Oh no. Okay. Oh, respectable 16.
You've heard of this vaguely. You believe that is the dwarven god of secrets.
Ah. So, okay. So, okay, players, an idea. Carly, I got an idea.
You always do. What's the idea?
I think if we tell a secret in this room to these fine gentlemen in armor, something will be revealed to us. A truth for a truth.
I'll go first.
By all means.
She moves to stand in the center. She does a slow turn and looks at them all and says, I'm always afraid. And she lowers her head.
Anything?
Just wait in silence for a moment. And you start to see a small arcane line form just here. And then it fades.
Do I need a bigger secret? That's a pretty big one.
I think it needs to be meatier than that, yeah.
Perhaps we should get the others before we continue with this, yes?
Yeah, maybe a good idea. Rascal, this could be, yeah, okay.
What's up?
Nothing.
Something's clearly up, and we're literally in the room of truth. I wouldn't advise lying.
I'm not gonna lie, I love you so much.
You know I love you too. To be worried about. We'll get through this.
Okay.
The suits of armor suddenly turn red and advance upon the liar. No, my
No.
I can't help it, I'm optimistic!
No.
Please, let's not have the literal campaign turn against Rascal and his optimistic views on the world.
Yeah, she's like looking over and she says, I thought that would be a good one. I used to be afraid of getting close to people. Now I'm afraid of losing you. I've always been afraid of something.
Well, before we get... You know what? I think maybe it'll be more effective if everyone else were here to hear the secrets, perhaps. So we'll do that. Come on, let's get everyone together.
Yeah.
As you look at the room, you
Do
see
I-
Nexia is at the gap in the bridge. She's shouting over to Vizan. Where are the others, yes? And Vizan, I would say he peeked in and watched you guys do this. And he just shouts over and explains that they're taking a short rest down here.
So... Can you tell them to get their asses over here? We need their help!
You just hear a short echo calling for your help. Do you head out?
Yeah, like I say, Bing is just going to swipe those gems first as well.
Drinus, did you add the coins to Rudolph?
I did not add the coins to Rudolph.
Well, in that case, would you please type them out in chat at least?
Along with the amount of gems.
Yeah.
So, Jonas, I'd like to ask something for Dee's benefit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the party got to take... Well, the other half of the party got to take a short rest. Does that mean Kolrath technically takes a short rest as well?
Well, my intention was for you to realise that these guys are taking a short rest. Use meet up, convene, and then use all take a collective rest before you continue any further.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Hello.
we do that.
If you want to do
Yeah.
that, sure, because either way, Collie gets her wild shapes back.
Okay, that's the first urn. The second urn is...
It's just that Rascal is a small boy and cannot make that leap. At least it's not likely he'll be able to make that leap.
like a
So he needs it. That is true.
Okay, urn 3 is just 250 gold pieces. Urn 4 holds 33 blue quartz.
Hang on.
Quartz gemstones. And the last one holds a 9-inch silver statue of dwarf god.
200 copper, 650 silver.
Right, Bing's picked up the stones and the rings. He's left the statue.
And 250
There.
gold. Okay, I have fed Rudolph the numbers. That were 200 copper, 650 silver, 250 gold dragons. Or whatever they used before dragons.
Bear with me. I'm going to restart the. I'm going to restart the stream entirely because they're having so much trouble.
Yeah. I fear, unfortunately, it is a Twitch problem, or it might be a problem if they have any ad blockers running.
Right, I'm back. What's going on Twitch side?
I don't think it's ad blockers.
It sounds like you need some oxygen, D.
D-
Dee's muted, so she's probably going to get oxygen.
yeah, I was about to say, you take a breather.
If you can hear us, we understand and love you.
Yeah, we care. Why we ask you to get that stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
confirmation. D is getting some air.
Yeah. That's important. It's important for you to be... yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Being good. Being in a good state.
I
as
have
good as you
restarted,
can.
and it looks to have a healthier connection this time round. There will probably be a 30-second ad for those on the chat room.
This is the ad that never ends.
I swear once on YouTube I got like a 9-minute ad at one point.
Bloody hell! I thought the
I
2 or
wouldn't mind.
3-minute ones were awful.
I wouldn't mind, but it was one of those videos deemed advertiser unfriendly.
Yeah.
Oh.
What really annoys me is whenever you have a 5 to 10 minute ad in front of a 30-second video.
Oh, yeah. And
If the ad is longer than the video, you done fucked up.
Yeah.
Now, anyway,
All
we're back,
things.
and apparently we're looking better. So I no longer have 20,000 dropped frames. So in the chat for those who can't read it, if it's too small, the party has received 5 tourmalines, which I honestly don't know what kind of gem that is, and 200 copper pieces, 10 gold rings, 1 golden ring with elven designs, 650 silver pieces, 250 gold pieces, 33 blue quartz gemstones, each worth 10 gold pieces, and you have left behind the 9-inch silver statue of the Dwarven God.
Yeah.
And that's worth 250, not 150.
Well, we can pick that up on the way back, so...
Oh, so someone's been to Wikipedia in the meantime.
Yes, I have!
Oh,
But I
okay.
can't... Well, I kind of knew what they looked like anyway, because Steven Universe, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough. Okay. So,
Wouldn't be
I would
surprised if it's
say
a plural
you
light.
guys... I've moved you on the wrong screen. Are just basically chilling on this side of the bridge. And you have all sat and had a short rest. If you want to roll hit dice, feel free.
Rascal's good for hit dice.
Bing already did before, so I'll just stick with that.
She is just going to sit on the edge of the bridge and dangle her legs off.
For the first time since in the dungeon, Kolrath is just staying in the statue room. She's been turning slow circles, muttering to the statues quietly.
Okay, move back in there. Let me just... I don't need the turn order anymore. Yet.
Any more yet? Okay.
Is there anything else you would like to do in the period it takes you to do the short rest?
Nope, I just need to make sure the party knows, you gotta get your asses over here. There's a room of secrets and everyone has to contribute.
Or perhaps it is not a big enough secret.
Okay,
I
what's the
don't know.
size of the...
15 feet.
Either or.
So just trying to work out what length of jump would Bing need to have to get jump across.
If you'd
Bear
like,
in mind that he's about...
I have this thing. I'm going to link it to the player chat, which is a jump calculator. If you enter your strength score and how tall you are, it'll tell you how far your character can jump.
I'm immediately saving that for future reference.
Thing
Thank
is,
you
I
for
gave
that.
Ashwood's size in a
It
rather
also
odd way.
has modifiers that you can add in there. For example, for the monk, Step of the Wind, where it will automatically add in how far that will jump you.
Eh.
So yeah, Nixia, she can jump 17 feet as a long jump with a 10 feet running start. So she
Bing...
just can make that distance.
Right, Bing's got 15 feet thingy.
Well,
Solid.
We'll look at 10.
8 feet horizontally! Yeah, makes sense. Rascal is tiny and not very strong.
Does anyone else have a rope?
I do have I do have a rope.
I got some more if you need it.
Yeah, give me a rope.
Rascal will pass over his rope. All yours.
Ashwood steps to the edge and throws his rope over to Nixia.
When Nixie has turned to Rascal to getting his rope, she turns around just in time to be smacked in the face by Ashford's rope. Was that really necessary? Also, didn't you use your rope on this one?
Nope. That was
That's
cool
okay,
and big.
Fair enough. I do not need that. You know what? I'll just hold on to this one. She takes Rascal's rope, she ties it around her waist, and then tosses it over toward Ashford. Give it to the big boy. He will hold the rope. You guys can then shimmy across.
Okay.
So, Sharoness,
Captain?
Yes?
I'm rather concerned that my wife is loitering in the room for the truth room. May I go back in there?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
It's not like I've
Callie,
been
why
asking you
you-
to make any saves or anything while you've been away.
No.
Carly, what you doing in here on your own? It's not good.
I know what truth it wants me to tell.
It's not just you.
Well,
Okay.
maybe mine'll be enough for everybody. I don't know. It's a big one.
So,
Perhaps.
between Paxeeds and Nixia, they have essentially tied themselves together and leant back, creating a nice little tightrope for you guys. Do you just want to clamber across?
Ashwood is going to clamber across, yes.
Okay. Can I get
Then
an
using
athletics check for you?
Sure.
Okay, that's fine. It's a relatively low DC.
Good job it is.
Are you staying here? Are you just going across Nola and Hunter?
Nola's gonna try to go across. Since she is
Perfectly normal.
perfectly normal weight for her size, she's not too worried about it. Okay. That was athletics.
Yep. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
you're able to get across nice and nimbly.
Click, 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 click.
Bing overtook you.
Bing went
Wow.
across before.
Yeah, Bing went first.
You didn't have-
For
No, Bing went
some
second.
reason, Bing just jumped over basically.
Because I didn't move the token.
I meant
Ah,
he
okay.
went first ahead of Nola. But anyway. And Hunter, yeah, you're able to get across here with no issue. Faizan and Nixia, wait. We will wait here in case we need to make a speedy exit, yes?
All right. Yes, you do that. And Ashwood carefully makes entrance.
So, you want to know a truth from me?
I don't know how this works, but it seemed to do something when I did mine.
Bing, Nola, Hunter, and Ashford, you enter into the room and you see the 4 armoured statues and the dwarven runes.
So
All
what
right,
did we deal
everyone.
with this room?
Well, I believe the gist of it is, you have to tell the truth. The bigger the truth, the better. Since something Cully offered didn't do much, but it had a reaction. So you tell something big, and something should be revealed to us.
Ashwood is suddenly turning white as a bedsheet.
Alrighty, to get things kicked off, I should give it a shot.
Let me try again. Let me try again first, sweetie.
You're clearly uncomfortable with it, sweetie.
She shakes her
All
head.
right.
I'm always afraid. She looks expectantly toward the statues. And Jonas, I
Nothing
sent you a
happens
message.
this time.
Yeah.
Let me
You guys
try.
try. You guys
Let me
try.
Alright,
Alright.
Astrid.
It is something that I hold very, very, that I try to not, that I don't let anyone know, usually. The day that my unit fell, I paid off the enemy to let me live and leave
blue lines etch out the shape of a trapdoor and then fade as a trapdoor is now in existence on the floor.
Ashwood keels over.
Oh. Can I try catching?
I'm fine.
Hey,
Wow.
It's definitely not the best day of my life, that one.
Sounds
Hey.
like you've learned a lot and changed a lot.
if it makes you feel any better, Ashwood, whatever happens in the strange underground dungeon set up by an overly paranoid nobleman stays in a dungeon set up by an overly powerful, paranoid nobleman. No one else has to know.
As Rascal says that, Kolrath moves to try to open the trapdoor.
Okay.
Thank you, friends.
You open the door. Even just before you go to touch it, the trapdoor opens itself, revealing a stone spiral staircase descending down into the darkness.
Someone
Rascal.
wanting to let them know?
Kolrath heads down the stairs. She's kind of shaking a little bit, but she heads down.
Bing just calls back to Vizan and Nixia. We're heading down this staircase. You guys sure you're gonna stay here?
If you're headed down the staircase, you're not leaving me here. Let me see. Vaizan is going to attempt the jump. He has roughly the same... actually, he technically has more strength, so he should be able to get a little bit further with a good roll.
He'll be fine with this jump. There's no stairs.
So, with a 10 feet run up, he's going to use his athletics.
Nat 20.
Make the jump. With a nice flourish at the end, I would say.
His superhero lands. And
And the
Nixia glances over to him, arcs her eyebrow, and just does a little, very impressive little golf clap. Very well. Let's have a look. Are we sure we want to go down there before we check the other door?
We're sure.
Very
You can
well.
check the other door on the way back.
I mean, Lord Dagot strikes me as the kind of person who thinks like, no one will ever tell the truth. This is foolproof, because people are horrible and nasty, just like me.
So,
Flatterer.
Korath goes down.
Yes.
Of course, Rascal's in
Yeah.
hot pursuit.
Bing is right after him. He just goes, I have to admit, I was kind of worried that I had to tell something.
Hey, I was all
Okay.
prepared to lay some hot truth on you all, but hey, Asher beat me to it. I know that
Well-
wasn't easy, buddy.
It's not so much that, it's more that with Faye, we don't so much lie as we bend the truth.
Oh, I got that impression from the lessons you've been trying to impart on me for the past day or so.
Rascal,
way
I would
now?
say
Which way
to
should we
your
go?
detect magic and comprehend languages has faded by this point.
Why am I?
Okay.
Why am I somewhere in a hallway with no? I was thinking no one's around me.
Because you went down the stairs.
Yeah.
Give me a sec. I'm working on getting a specky over there.
This
It's
music.
like if, it's like
this
if,
music-
it's like if someone made you a bacon roll, you could call it a bomb kick, giving it that your pig gets a cuddle from a bomb kick, sort of thing.
Okay, so
I feel like I have been kicked by a whole barn.
you head
No,
down
bomb
the stairs.
kick.
No.
And you head down. And down. And down. Why is that music being so intense?
I was scared.
Here.
Well, to be honest, it's how Ashwood felt.
Okay. So you head further on down. This is a very tight stairwell. Again, it was built by dwarves for dwarves centuries ago. Before it was taken over by Lord Narvamber. But you just go down and down and down for about 120 feet. until eventually it opens up into a long corridor.
Looks like there's a
There's a
bend
pathway
over here.
to the north and a pathway to the south.
I would like at this point Kulrath to kneel, get down on the dirt, and do her best tracking to see if she can spot any signs of dusty prints or anything like that to give her an idea of where to go.
Okay.
She really wants to see where the most traffic is, and that's her jam. Hunting.
Bear with me a sec. Alright. So you're looking to smell something out? Roll perception.
Yeah, she's really trying to...
You smell the dust of ages. And yet it seems you're so deep in the earth, you expect it to be cold and damp, but this place feels warm and inviting. You can smell something that reminds you of spices.
Is that to the north or the south?
It's all around you.
She says, "Do you smell that? Like spices? I'm not frightened here." Huh.
You just see Bing's antenna droop.
Aw.
Someone makes a home down here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's-
I think I know who.
Ashwood, lead the way. South. I think we should go south.
Whatever happened to me leading the way?
I'm just the cannon fodder today.
No, you're not.
And you're hearing that there is no silly accent.
Ashward, you misunderstand me. You did something very brave up there. This is not a dangerous place. I think this is different.
You say that, but
I'll lead the way if you want, but I was proud of what you did.
thank you. And you hear that there is no sarcastic edge, no accent, no silliness. That means a lot to me, actually.
Well,
If
it's
you
up
don't
to
wanna
you.
If you don't want to go first, that's up to you.
Ashwood is already making his way.
And
You
she's
asked me to, so I will ask you ask, my friend.
Okay.
It'll boost his confidence, sweetie.
Ashward.
Yeah, but everyone is terrified of walking into the dragon.
No,
As you
listen.
round
this
the
place is
corner,
safe.
Ashward.
I know the dragon is safe. They don't.
Well,
done.
maybe the plan wasn't. Maybe that was a bad plan. Oh no, Ashford, it's okay. You can come back now.
Ashford, as you
That'd be a
turn
good
the
place
corner,
to stop.
you see that although this place is deep underground, the vault appears to be lit by streams of sunlight that pour down from the ceiling, catching motes of dust in their luminous pools. There are ornate columns supporting 30-foot high vaulted ceiling, which is adorned with carvings of dwarves basking in the presence of their gods and treasures. Deep alcoves line the walls. One of them, you can see a little bit further on, is piled with a vast platinum trove.
So, Jonas,
Out of the dusty gloom steps an old dwarf.
Jonas,
Yes,
can I hurry after Ashwood?
sure.
Thank you.
He's clutching a staff carved
Colrath
and
is going
painted
with.
to resemble a pair of entwined dragons, one red, one gold. Despite the dwarf's age, his eyes are steady and bright. I wasn't expecting anyone, he says plainly. As you can see, the place is a bit of a mess. Perhaps you could come back later after I've tidied up a bit.
I am.
Could say, would Bing be able to hear this?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
and
hear a
Colrath-
voice you don't
and Colrath
recognize
too.
echoing.
I imagine you don't get many guests down here, considering how difficult it is to main entrance.
Basically, Bing basically just ducks it to the room.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask you something privately, Jonas. It's important.
The dwarf steps back a bit and leans against this wall, shifting his weight to lean against the wall and on the staff as he eyes over your party.
Bing basically gets in front and just basically smacks himself down, bowing down on the floor before this dwarf.
Rascal's gonna move 30 feet, but not grovel.
Yeah, and Kolrath comes with, and I just
Answer
what do
your
you think?
question, Kolrath? No.
Okay,
What is making his way 25 feet?
then in that case, Kolrath would like be walking in, not groveling, just like Rascal, and be like, "Get up, Bing, we're a visitor," and then say to the
Bing
dwarf,
is
"What's that beautiful?
before
What's
that
that nice?"
Hang on.
Bing
Sorry.
will say in Draconic, we're humbled to be in your presence, great dragon.
Yeah, I was about to say sorry.
The dwarf looks down at Bing, arcs his eyebrow, and turns to the rest of them. Is that lad okay?
We were told on good authority that a dragon guards this treasure trove of yours that you've been tasked to protect.
Well, that's a story a lot of people have been told. I am the caretaker of this place, yes. My name is Borak Clanghammer. But tell me, what are you doing here?
Where is that? What smells so good?
Hey, what was that, Dee? Didn't catch the first part of that.
She said, "Where is the dragon? Is that what smells so good?"
Well, that is the smell of my home. I like to keep it that way.
It's pretty.
But again, not that I'm adverse to having guests, but normally it's polite to introduce yourselves and state the purpose for your visit.
Indeed, I am Rascal Skyreach, leader of Rascal's Rescuers. This lovely lady is Kolrath. The halfling gentleman is Ashwood Grumbletoes. The Kobold, don't know if you're familiar with them, is Bing Natkin. And we have some more of our fellows just round the corner. Hey guys, could you come up here, please?
Yes, I
We-
don't take kindly to people sulking in the shadows.
I was going to
Looks
say,
over at
you can all see that Bing is still terrified.
Rascal does not blame Bing at all.
Kolrath, meanwhile, gestures over to Rascal and says, "We just got married today."
Oh, how
So-
delightful.
Wait, there's no gold dragon.
Oh, Bing, come on. You're a smart lad. Anywho,
He very uneasily gets up.
Ashwood looks at the dwarf, looks at Bing, looks at the dwarf, shrugs.
while my compatriots catch up, we're here on the behalf of the city of Waterdeep, the Harpers specifically. We seek to reclaim this misplaced money in the name of the city.
Misplaced, you say?
Mm-hmm.
And
Nod.
Sorry,
Is that-
DM, I didn't catch that.
Was that not
She's
or
not-
nod?
Nod. She's just
And what makes you think it is misplaced, my friend?
Well, Lord Daggalt Neverember gave this to you. It wasn't his to give. He embezzled this money. And even his own son, Rainier, wants nothing to do with the old man. So you've been guarding stolen goods.
You see the dwarf tilt his head slightly and looks you over. Roll me persuasion.
Okay. I'm going to use a luck point. I want to try and get more than a 10.
Okay.
I'll take the 18. Was that just a barely pass?
You see the dwarf reaches up and just strokes his beard. He looks to you and then glances over his shoulder to this alcove. Yes. I had suspected that was the origin of this wealth. I was tasked to guard it. Yes, I will admit to that. But if you are correct in saying that it has been ill-gotten, what are your plans for it?
Well,
lots of great plans. It's gonna do so much good. It's gonna do a lot of good. Rascal's really smart, and he knows exactly what to do with everything like that. He's so smart. I love him so much.
Why?
to clarify...
Sorry.
No worries, I get it. It's just Cully. It's the way she is. To clarify, we are working with the Harpers of the city, as I said. We're merely here to secure the gold and then head back up. We're going to touch base with them and their leader, Mr. Mert. And if it's okay with you, he will come here with a team and they will pick up the money and put it back into the coffers of the city, where it will be redistributed and used for the good of the people.
Rascal.
I swear to God, if you give Rascal shit for telling the truth, I will bollock you.
No. It seems our new friend's looked a little agitated.
You noticed whenever you mentioned the Harpers and Mert, his eyebrows kind of rose in surprise. And then as you rambled on, his head started to slowly nod. Very well.
Plus, while we would get a quote-unquote finder's fee, we would...
Very well. I am aware of Mert before I entered into my guardianship here. And I am aware of the faction you call the Harpers. As I said before, I was aware that this gold may not have been gotten in the most legal sense. Very well. I will allow this gold and platinum to be departed.
Sorry, Jonas, you cut out.
God damn it!
I will allow you to die.
I think it's the connection the stream is buffering too.
Cursed connection!
Yeah.
Curse you!
I will allow
Irish
you.
internet.
Perfrox is freaking out in the chat going, Nice when you choose to buffer!
No, that's Mads, when we first met her.
Yeah.
It's attempting to reconnect to OBS. Alright. We will wait a moment to reconnect. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
I know that for sure the Kobold Collective, all of them, from the four corners of Waterdeep, they're going to get a donation. A big one.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, you mean an expansion to each of their collectives. And
Okay. So,
Hi,
Welcome
Jonas.
back, Jonas.
as I was saying, he nods and basically lays out that he was aware that this gold was probably not gotten by the most legal of means, but it seems he has his own reasons as to why he agreed to watching over it.
I have a sneaking suspicion. He's a dragon. Dragons don't do something for nothing.
Do you say this aloud?
Yeah, I will word it in a rascally way. If I were to guess, that pretty staff of yours is payment for this service you provided. Am I right?
You would be correct. And this will be My possession of this item will be contingent on whether or not you get this gold. I keep the staff, you get the gold. I also will keep those. And he points to this alcove, which is filled with gems.
That's absolutely fine with me.
Kolrath actually walks
to be
over.
honest,
Colleague,
To be honest,
colleague.
Calm
to be
down,
honest-
everybody. Bing,
Oh, sorry.
speak.
to be honest, I actually thought you were actually a dragon that had polymorphed itself into a dwarf, to be honest.
It is, Bing.
You see the dwarf slowly smile, and his eyes, he blinks, opens his eyes, and you see deep golden orbs with a slit-like iris.
Bing immediately hits the deck again.
Someone pick him up.
And Kolrath jumps up and down and goes, "Ooh, that happened to me too, just a little while ago."
All right.
Stand, stand.
We're getting a bit off track here. Yeah, you needn't worry. We have no intention of taking the staff away from you, nor those gems. Those gems are yours, and that staff was your payment for this job.
Say, who took the tourmalines from upstairs?
Bing has them.
Oh no.
Well,
They were upstairs, so
Oh, great, yeah. We
Didn't
left
you
them
pocket them?
upstairs.
yeah, Bing has them, and he is immediately going to hand them over amber quartzes.
oh, well. It's been a long
We found
time
them
since
on-
I've gotten tribute from a kobold.
Well, we've recovered them from the upstairs, so,
I could smell them, but I could never quite find them. But then again, why go off in search of a snack when you have a full meal? But I appreciate that, little one. Here, I
It's
will not
true.
take all of your riches. And he hands you back the sack with the blue gems, the 33 blue gems.
Oh,
He just takes
thank
the
you.
tourmalines.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
He holds one up and looks at it at the sky, up to the shafts of sunlight. Ah, those will be tasty. And he tosses them into the pile. Now then. As I said, and as you have reasoned, I was tasked to guard this place. You say you work with Mert. I am aware
That
of
we
this
do.
man. I am aware of his kind heart. You send him to me, and we will have an agreement.
Of course. I shall make sure he gets here.
Rascal,
Yeah,
you still have that scroll?
I definitely do. I could give it a try.
Well,
I am afraid that will not work within the confines of this vault.
That's what I figured. I mean,
it
Lord
would have
Never Ever
been-
wouldn't want anything coming out. He won't want anything coming in.
Well, to be fair, someone has been attempting to keep an eye on your party.
Oh boy, I wonder who that could be. Surely someone who is totally not a beholder.
I am not sure who you're referring to.
Oh, Xanathar, he's a shit.
Shit on Xanathar! Shit on Xanathar 1,000 times!
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, you've probably been down here for a very long time.
Yes.
He's a gross criminal. He's a gross criminal.
Quite enjoying my naps.
Oh, I kind of figured you might want to get out and about, but sorry for disturbing you, sir.
Yeah.
When you get
I do
to
have one-
my age, you tend to enjoy a nice warm place to nap. I have
I-
lived many of your lifetimes, and I will likely live many more. My children span the globe. There's not much more for me to do.
So, you don't happen to remember a particularly nasty red dragon?
Bing,
No.
stand tall.
I have killed
First
many
of all-
chromatic dragons.
This guy was called Nikavad.
Bing, we've been over this.
You see his expression darken. A coward. He fled from the battlefield many times before he was brought low.
That's relief. That's relief because my people don't exactly. Well, we have a complicated history, and Nikovod's part of it.
Well, you are not in the service of Nikovod, are you?
Oh no, I serve Lady Titania. I'm
As he was asking whether you served that dragon, he leant forward, and although physically he did not grow, his presence seemed to loom in around you.
Bing basically presents the symbol of Titania he wears around his neck. I'm a paladin of the Summer Court. I serve Lady Titania.
See, the dwarf takes a long, hard sniff. I do smell the Feywild upon you. Kobolds in the Feywild. I never would have thought I'd seen that.
Yeah, there's a whole play about it. It's pretty wild.
Yeah, it's a whole story about that.
Yes, my dear. Why are you holding your hand up?
Oh, I have a question. Can I whisper something to you?
He kind of looks at you suspiciously.
Yeah.
In what regard?
A secret. Just a secret.
Very well.
And I'm gonna whisper.
You notice as you get closer, he kind of shifts the staff in his hands and moves it a little bit away from you in a one-handed grasp as he leans down towards you.
He's a dragon, I get it. So I may be a good dragon, but I'm still greedy. This is mine. It's a thing for dragons. All dragons are greedy in some shape or form.
He is not greedy, he is just protective.
That too, because we don't know what this stuff could do. So.
And we won't ever find out because it's this gentleman's property.
Yes. And we have a gentleman's agreement.
Yep.
And nobody had to die.
Persuasion.
Oh, come on, Cully. Come on, Cully. Get this roll.
He leans back and again reaches up to stroke his beard. And then slowly nods. He points towards you and just gives you a gentle boop on the snoop. May choose coins enough for one for your party.
Yes! And she scampers off.
Presuming that's okay.
He steps up to the corner and leans around and watches as she scurries over towards the gold pile. Your companion asked if you could have one coin each as a reminder of the day, and I suppose you've got this far. It's only fair.
Ah, that's really sweet.
Get the best
Thank you,
one.
sir. Thank you.
Got the gem. Got the gold. Got the gold. Yep, there it is. One for everybody.
Okay, everybody gets a single platinum piece.
Thank you, Kali, and thank you too, sir.
Very well.
Don't mix this up with your other stuff.
Oh no, it gets its own slot.
Well,
We'll
what we're gonna do with this?
remind you.
Sorry.
You say you work on behalf of Mert.
Yes, we do,
Send him
sir.
to me, so I may look him in the eye when he makes me this promise that the gold will be used for the better good.
I got you. You want to make
No
sure
one
it's all
else
true.
Will be in his place.
Mert and Mert alone. Understood, sir.
Well, not alone, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I get you.
It'd be a brave man indeed to walk alone into the den of a... one such as myself.
Yeah, there's big slimy black things up there. They want to eat us.
Ah, yes, that always runs from me. tries to eat my gems. I don't appreciate it.
No. Gems are good. I gave Rascal a gem when he was feeling really sick, and it made him all better.
Well, he is dragonkin. We do enjoy our gems.
I haven't tried it yet. I want to.
Delicious.
I want to try one sometime.
He looks at you, looks to his gem pile, looks back to you and kind of furrows his brow.
Not yours. Never yours.
I mean, doesn't Bing have a whole bag of the stuff?
Oh yeah,
Nah,
I
not even Bing.
love this.
Just sometime later. I want to make necklaces out of the coins, sweetie. Hugs Rascal, or tries to anyway.
Well then,
Big hug.
are there any other questions? Or any other business you would like?
Not really, sir.
I don't have guests very often, so I don't have any amenities for your races.
I just want to know what that wonderful spice is, because I want to smell that in my house.
He reaches around his neck and scratches for a bit, and then hands you a small golden scale.
Oh dear, golden dragon.
Rascal,
Thank you.
Sniff the scale, and that's the scent it gives off.
Rascal,
I love it.
Yes, Ashford, what's up?
I find you very amusing, my dear.
Oh, she's a
Thanks,
riot.
I think you're funny too.
I hope I'm not stepping out of line if I invite a favorable host to our humble abode whenever they feel like it. we too have a warm place and a fair bunch of kittens who would greatly enjoy your presence.
Well,
I'm sure this gentleman wants to get back to resting, but should you ever want to leave your home, you are more than welcome to visit us at Rascal's Rendezvous on Trosco Alley.
I will keep that in mind. Once my purpose here has been fulfilled, it is possible I may roam again, or I may just sleep. But
You're
Rascal's
always
Rendezvous.
welcome.
I'll remember that.
Alright, you're always welcome, no matter what guise you choose. Just leave off the big, huge, actual dragon form, because I don't think we'll fit you through the door.
Though you will find that we have a rather colorful customership, including people from all walks of life.
But I have to admit, a giant dragon drinking ale off our roof would be quite the pull for business, just saying.
Yes,
I fear the Griffin Riders may not look favorably upon that. But still.
If you come visit us, I'll make you my special hot cocoa and those sandwiches. The sandwiches. We'll make the sandwiches, right?
You're,
Damn right, honey.
Yeah.
Well,
hamburgers?
is there
Okay.
anything else I can assist you with? I've laid out my terms.
Would it be worth us trying for a long rest in here? I mean, we're pretty safe in the company of a golden dragon.
We do not want to impose.
Indeed, that's what I'm thinking.
I think we'll be okay.
Alrighty, if everyone's sure. Like, I'm asking the players this. This is important.
Yeah, we should be okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Oh, if they had a long rest, then Kulrath would tell them the amazing story of what happened to the dwarf and make him change his mind.
don't forget to tell Mert. If I catch anyone sneaking around who doesn't present themselves before me, I will destroy them.
Yeah. Be careful.
Oh, there's a thought. We could open the door, but is there a way to close it on the way back out? We don't want anyone sneaking in after us, after all, or while we're away.
Yeah, and is Merc gonna need those keys?
I mean, we got the keys. We could just pass them on to Mert.
There is a way to close the door, yes.
Would you mind sharing, sir?
We want to keep you safe.
Do you
You've been
want
so
to roll
nice.
persuasion again?
Yes. Come on, scaly boy. Nat 20s on both sides! Woo!
Yes!
He nods and seems to thank him because, I suppose, yes, closing the door after you go would be wise until you return. You can close them with the word Aslam.
Aslam. Rascal pulls out his notebook. I'm gonna just write that down super quick.
Azam, sorry, Azaam. And
This is so exciting!
as he speaks the word, from somewhere far above, you hear the grinding of metal and stone, and a deep, deafening.
I'm guessing there's a word for opening the door as well.
Well, it is the keys.
We only have 2 of them anymore. The third key ran away.
Which one ran away?
Beardless dwarf.
You have no dwarves in your party.
No.
I'm expected to close the door all the way from here!
It is the magical place. Very well. You are close enough. He beckons Ashward. Come here. Come to me.
Yeah, Ashward. You're super brave now. Do it.
He looks over to Korath as she said that. If you say so.
You hear the dragon start to mutter a spell in Old Draconic, and he starts making hand signs. Do you resist his spell?
I have no idea what he's doing, but I'm too afraid to resist.
You're probably getting polymorph, boyo.
He casts True Polymorph. And
Oh,
Ashward
yeah.
is now a dwarf with no beard.
What?
The opposite of what I thought it would do.
Oh, great. Now I have to work with this accent. It's going to be a little bit different sometimes.
It will last for a few hours. If you want, I could make it permanent.
Can you do that to anyone?
Well, it's a very high-powered spell. I will not be able to do that again until the morrow.
Darn it. Okay.
I assume that's a no. He clicks his
Rascal?
finger.
Rascal?
Yeah, Ashford the dwarf.
Would you need me in this form forever, or
No, sirree, Bob.
Well, you already said no, so it'll only last a few hours. I'm sorry, I already clicked the fingers.
Yeah, we only need you to open a door.
Yeah.
I have to open the door with this new face.
Sweetie, should I come back with Mert?
I mean, we're all going to get Mert.
No, I mean, when we come back, when Mert comes back to meet our friend, should I come with Mert? She gestures to her hand and wee.
I assume that is a little bit more tricky than
Do you hold your hand up when you do that,
this.
Korath?
No, she just puts her finger in it. Like in the inside of her, but it's she was looking at it before, so she had it up when she was looking at it.
I don't know. It depends on how our draconic friend feels about us being repeat visitors.
Well,
But yeah, he could probably see the stone because she was looking. She was like, if you look at the player chat, she looked at her hand. She held it up and looked at it when the polymorph thing was happening and went, Huh. But she was holding it to herself, so it's up to you whether he sees it or
Plus,
not.
he's a very magical smelling.
Huh.
I would say he would have been focused on casting the spell. But you
Yeah.
get the implication that although he wouldn't mind you visiting again with Mert, he's only using his magic now so you can leave.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on.
Alright.
He's not
Right.
going to do things on demand without payment.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
exactly.
this is a dragon. A dragon. He may be a nice dragon, but he's still a dragon.
That
They
is
generally
not-
don't do things for free.
With the magical.
Col-
With the magical.
Correct.
So, with
Yeah.
that, I think we'll end the session there for this week.
All right. Yeah, we're allowing certain people to be here for the true finale.
Well, it's also
Work-
because we ran out
work-
of time.
Yeah.
Aww,
It is after 11.
So, play the game?
Rascal!
Eh?
Yeah, you just got that persuasion roll.
Yes.
The DC was 18. If you had failed that, he would have mistrusted everything you'd have said after that point.
Oh boy.
Can't mistrust my husband.
So, you lucky, lucky bastard.
Oh, it is job!
Talked your way out of a boss fight with an ancient gold dragon.
The fact we can't win!
Well,
Precisely.
it was a battle. It was a battle of wits.
Fail of the game. Apart from Nixia smashing her own foot with a brick.
You mean
Yeah, that might be it.
outside of attacking black goops with blades that get corroded?
I'm actually curious about this. If Bing had been using his green flame blade, would that have made a difference? Or
That attack would have been considered magical, so it wouldn't have damaged the weapon.
Ah.
But any other attacks with a standard non-magical weapon or armor would get corroded.
so Bing basically just got in and slashed him up. Yeah, he was smart enough. He was a smart enough boy.
Bitch.
Yeah, he was a smart enough boy not to do it. So
Questions, comments?
I gotta say, in a parallel universe, Kulrath ran over to the dwarf and said, "How about a hug?" But she knows better.
Oh.
I will say Bing is extremely relieved now.
It's like, Cully, do you want to end up being like hugging an angry dragon snout? Because that's how you end up hugging an angry dragon snout.
Never done it before.
He's kind of amused by the hyperactivity of Kulrath. He sees her as childlike, so he's like, oh, this is adorable.
That's accurate.
Well,
That's why
not
you gave
wrong.
her a
She is
scale.
you.
It's like that kid who's like all excited, like, hey mister, and you're like, aw, have a sweetie, go away. It's pretty much what he did.
Yep, and it worked too. She was all like, "Woo!"
I legit thought Rascal would be shitting himself for this encounter, but the worst it got was he's rambling a little, which is because it's a fucking dragon.
I will say with curiosity, what would have happened if my question comment theory, the big one is, what would have happened if she had mentioned the stone? Because she almost did, but then was like, don't complicate it. Don't mess it up for Rascal.
That may come into play next week, so we'll see.
Oh, okay.
I will actually say another one I recommend for play of the game is Hunter rolling her eyes so hard she found a secret passage.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Go icy.
That's like next level exasperation right there.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm so done with this shit. I know this shit over there.
Yeah.
I'm so done with this shit. Oh, new shit.
So, I think with that, we'll say goodnight. So it's going to be a good night from me. Going down the list, it's going to be a good night from the silver-tongued kobold, Kubur.
Good night, everyone. Join us next week for the true finale.
A
I'm
good night.
psyched.
A good night from Dembones, creature.
I contributed today.
You did?
You didn't make things worse. That
True,
works.
true.
Net profit.
A good night from the overly excited child, Kilrath.
What does this dragon do? And
good
wear your
night-
mask. Wash your hands.
A good night from the truth revealed, Ashward.
Good night, everyone.
A good night from so done with this shit kitty, Icy.
Hi, everyone.
And a good night from holy shit, it's a dragon, Bing.
Good night.
Good night, everybody. Bye.
Nice.
Bye and night.
Yeah.